love she spins from threads of gold, delicate and serene. Oh, that you love what you breathe. She'll paint you seen like a fairy tale scene.
Hey, we're just gonna head straight into Lego Fortnite and start creating a new world. So here we go. And hopefully you should all be able to see and hear what's going on. And give me 2 seconds, and I need to go onto my phone because we're so technically advanced here. And I'll be able to read the chat. And hopefully you should all be able to see. I'll even be able to hear myself. Don't want that. Righty ho. So we are going to start a brand new world. Create new world. And we are going to create new world. New world slot. Select. And what should we call it? We'll call it Katie's World. How about that? That's really, really good name, don't you think? Original. Okay, here we go. So when we first start this game, we'll have to do this little tutorial thing. But it won't take us long. Courtney! Hey, girl! Do you want me to send you the link so that then you can keep an eye on my chat? Are you around to do that? Because that would really help me a lot. Do you know what? I nearly messaged you. Let me know in chat and I can send you the link. And to have you on panel reading the chat would be really, really helpful. Right, so we need to gather wood, build a crafting bench, craft a common axe, and craft a torch. You can prepare. Oh, awesome! Hang on, give me 2 seconds, and I'll send you the link. I'm trying to see if I can do it without coming out of this screen. I might be able to. Let me have a look. Okay, sending it to you on Discord. Oh, I'm still gonna have to come out. Never mind. I'm still gonna have to come out to add you when you come in. But never mind. There's no shortcuts, is there? There we go. Let me quickly go back to StreamYard so then I can bring you in. There we go. Hello, Courtney. Oh, what have I done?
Hello, hello.
Hello. Yes, I can hear you.
I have a mouthful of food. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Drag you in here. We might not even get anybody come to watch anyway because that time of day.
I'll just hang out with you.
Exactly. You can just hang out while I play. You can tell me if anything goes wrong. It's just then I don't have to keep my eye on my phone as well, and I can still chat with you. Okay, so let me know if we're back to the Fortnite screen. Hopefully we should be.
Yeah, you are.
And you can hear the game and everything.
Yep.
Awesome. So we're doing all right for a beginning, aren't we? We're doing all right.
Wait, I think. Hold on. I'm on the YouTube side. Let me just see. I might have to. Yeah. You are. Okay.
Okay.
It was just the delay. I was like, wait, maybe not. Okay.
I know the delay.
I'm over here now.
Okay. I can take my glasses off. So start now. Right.
I'm muting my mic while I chew just for a minute, and
that's
until
fine.
people are in the chat, and then I will chat
mute and unmute. And
I'm eating popcorn, and it's like really loud. So.
Oh no, you're right. I'm just collecting sticks and stones. I mean, I shouldn't say this game's not boring. I mean, it's not boring at all. I love this game, but it's not one of those really high energy games. I just like playing it because it's pretty and you don't have to worry too much.
Yeah. When you said sticks and stones, I was going to say, which can break your bones, but words will never hurt you.
Well, that's not true. Though. Disagree.
I know.
With
Remember them saying that though when we were kids? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt you. No, words are actually worse.
Well, the thing is, the sticks and stones can break your bones. Broken bones heal.
Yep.
Okay, but the emotional pain you get from words sometimes, and that doesn't heal. That doesn't heal
It
because
can. It can. It can. We have to be positive.
it can
We'll be
shape.
positive,
It can
but it takes
shape
a long
you
time.
too. It can shape where you
Oh,
are. So,
absolutely. I hear you there.
yeah. I just think we should be all mindful of the words that we use. That's
I
all.
love these little Lego people.
They're so cute. I'll go back into the I've got loads of different skins.
They are really cute.
I'll be honest, I do like them for this cute factor, but the only way I think this game would be better is if you could actually use your avatar, not your own avatars. I mean, like, rather than be Lego characters, it would be nice if they would make this game words. See, words. If they could make this game not Lego, it would also be really good. But I like the Lego because it's kind of cute.
I see what you mean. Now they should have options of like,
Yes.
because that the other Fortnite you were playing, that's cool. Your outfit was so cute. Fortnite. Yes.
I'll tell you what I'll do later because I did want to. Because I love doing the song one, the music
Oh, that
festival
was
that we
fun.
were doing earlier today.
Yeah.
I love doing that. I can sit there for hours and play that.
That's so funny. I consider that yesterday because I hadn't gone to sleep yet, but it really was
yes.
this morning when I'm
was this
looking at the
morning, yeah.
clock.
Technically,
I
it
slept
was.
my standard 4 hours. It's ridiculous, but that was good enough for me. Walter, what do you want, honey? What do you got?
Okay. Right, let's build a craft bench. That's what we need to do. Build a craft bench and make a bed. So here we go. There's our bed. What we do is we start in this is like a tutorial, and then we'll go off and make our own base somewhere. Okay. But
So they like tell you what to do as you go along.
in this first bit, yeah, they kind of do. I mean, you come across different quests and things where they'll tell you what you need, and basically,
But this
other than that, this
tutorial
tutorial,
like kind of teaches.
yeah, it's you just get to upgrade the camp, but what it's teaching you is, the basics of the game.
That's cool because I've played games before where I'm clueless. You know what I mean? Like back. I mean, this is
I
a
was
long time ago,
playing
but
one yesterday. I don't know if you saw. Oh no, you said you missed it. A dinosaur one. Oh, sorry. Bear with me. I need to mute. My daughter's ringing me. Sorry. Gosh,
that's
of course
okay.
she is. Of course she is.
That is all right.
She stopped calling me now, but I better ring her back. Yeah.
Go ahead. You're all good. Let's see in your. Walters. Okay. I was sharing that. I put an at everyone. Well, she'll come back and I'll tell you. I share it onto my Discord. Hello,
Sorry
Albino
about that.
Tailgater and
Oh.
CSX Train.
Hello.
How are you?
How are you? Hello. Albino, this is my friend Courtney. She's here to read the chat while I play games.
Hello, hello. And I
Albino's
feel bad
going
because she
to.
muted and I did too. I didn't mean
Oh
to,
no,
but
I'm
I had
sorry.
to.
The trauma of a young adult. What do I buy? Pizza or KFC? I don't know. It's up to you. Yeah, Albino's going to Going to see some monster trucks on Thursday. I was saying
What is
yesterday.
monster tracks? Like
Monster trucks, like big. I'm sure he can tell you.
trucks. Oh my gosh, I couldn't understand your accent. I'm so it's like the first time ever that I couldn't understand. Oh my goodness. I've never not been able to understand your accent. That's so funny. I thought you were saying tracks. I'm thinking like
Tracks.
Bigfoot tracks.
Tracks.
Or like
No, monster.
Hi, Caleb.
Oh, hey, Caleb. Fortnite, sup, Court and Katie. 49 Fort. Yeah. We're playing Lego because I can only play the real Fortnite as part of a team because otherwise I die and don't get revived.
That would
I
be
actually still die in this, to be fair, because there are wolves and things and here that kill me. But right, we need an axe, and we have plenty of wood.
So you're going to see monster trucks. You know, I've never actually gone and seen that live. I've only watched it on TV, but I've seen the actual trucks like parked. You know what I mean? Because they would park them down on the beach in Wildwood, New Jersey. I just never saw a live event. That'll be fun.
I was thinking because it could be a big event, so I'm wondering whether they'd like show some of it on YouTube or something. So I'm gonna try and
I'm sure they
see if I can
will.
watch. Yeah. Oh, I shouldn't be. Okay, do not do what I do. Do not destroy these berry bushes just because you're sword happy. Because they grow back if you don't, and then you can pick them and have a food source.
Do what I say, not as I do.
Exactly. Right, I need to craft a torch. My little craft bench here. And this was a nightmare. When I was first playing this, it was such a nightmare because I didn't know where all the commands were and everything, all the building parts were, because they're all under different menus. Thankfully, I've been playing it so long now.
Do you play on a computer or do you use a controller?
I use a controller it's attached to a laptop, so it's not a games console. It is actually a gaming laptop.
Gotcha.
And yeah.
What kind of controller is it? Is it like similar
I
to
have
like just
Xbox controller.
Okay. That's cool that you can do that.
Yeah. Oh.
That was funny.
Build a lumber mill, dodge 3 times, and collect wolf claws. Uh-oh. See, now it wants us to go out there and kill wolves.
That reminds me of Monty Python. I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I work all night. I think it's Monty Python, right? I work all night and I sleep all day.
Right, before we do anything, we're going to collect some more wood so we can make this lumber mill. And hopefully then we'll be able to make some better weapons soon. We start with all these wooden weapons. This wood's pretty much the only thing we can collect. Wood and stone. And then by the end of it, I'm making some really awesome weapons.
Holy yeah. Albino Tailgater says Dirt Crew, Blockhead, Cyber Attack, Dirt Crew Dozer, Saigon Shaker, Airmail, Tailgater, Bad Company. That's funny, like the band, and Smashosaurus. I like that name. Are the monster trucks going to be at Virginia Beach, Courtney? Cool. My I haven't been to Virginia Beach. I've been to Richmond and Upper Powhatan. My ex-husband was from Richmond. I think these are the only places I've ever been in Virginia. Or Arlington's in Virginia, I think, actually, right outside of DC. I've been there too. But so Albino is going, not you, Katie.
No, not me. Not me.
That's where I got. Oh my gosh, I was so confused. I'm sorry. Albino's going. So that's awesome. They should show something like that on YouTube, or even maybe after the fact. Some people record stuff.
Yeah, that's
I don't
what
know.
I'm hoping.
I'm going to look up these. I'm going to look up the Smashosaurus because I think that's a cool name.
Okay, so we now have a lumber mill. What else did we need to do to upgrade again? Eat a raspberry, build a lumber mill, dodge 3 times, and collect wolf claws, and add a building. I think we're okay for that.
I'm sorry, my dog is whining. I apologize.
Oh, oh, mine will be back in a minute. My daughter's just taking her out for a walk.
He's begging for treats. He does that every time I get online because he knows that's when he gets treats.
Of course.
Yep, I know. He's trained now in bad training.
I have the same problem. When we first got her, we were trying to get her to ask to go out to use the bathroom and everything, which she mostly does now. And also trying to train her to sit. So I'd take her outside, and if she did her business, we'd come in and I'd give her a treat. But now she's got to just asking to go outside because she seems to think if she goes outside and then comes in, she gets a treat. And it's like, no, you haven't done anything. You can't just go out the door and come back in.
Walter does that in the morning. Well, it's not for necessarily TREAT. I can't say that word right now. This is right next to me. But he will go out. He wakes me up now. He used to sleep in. Like, this dog could sleep forever. He would sleep. I'd have to wake him up. But recently I got him a new topper for his food that he's obsessed with. And he knows he goes out in the morning, and then he comes in and he gets his breakfast. Mm-hmm. So now he wakes me up like earlier, whining. And I wake up thinking like, oh my gosh, he's got to go so bad. You know, and I'm running up the stairs to get him out back. And he's at the door, back at the door in like 1 second. I'm like, you did not go to the bathroom. And then he runs back in. It's for his food. He does the same thing. They are so funny.
Yep, Lady does the same because I'll take her out when I get up in the morning. Not out for a walk, but, you know, just outside so that she can do whatever. But all she wants is the food. It's the breakfast when she comes back in. Anyone would think this dog is never fed.
That is so funny.
I'll be honest, I never wanted a dog. I'm not amused about having a dog. I'm a cat person.
I was always a cat person until Walter. He's the first dog I've had that really turned me to a dog. Yeah. Like, I always loved them both. You know what I mean? But I was definitely a cat.
Yeah. I just thought when I was waiting for when my kids sort of like left home. I'm not wishing them to leave home, but you know, as they hopefully progress and leave home, I thought I'm going to be that cat lady. I want to be that cat lady. I'm going to have cats and I'm going to be happy. And now I have a dog.
The only thing that I don't miss about having a cat is the cat litter. And now when I lived in the city, they had to be indoor cats. You know, because they just, you get all the feral cats. I was in Philly when I still had my cats.
Yeah.
When we were in Colorado, we had one cat and she went outside, and that was a lot easier, but she still had a litter inside. That's the only thing I just.
Yeah, I've always had the litter inside, even though they were in and out. Here, most cats sort of like, unless you live in an apartment or something, they tend to be, you know, outdoor and indoor.
Yeah, that's how.
I mean, England is pretty safe. Let's be honest; they're not going to get eaten by anything here, unless it's
in Philly they just have a lot of those alley cats. You know what I mean? And they're feral. Okay, they're like they can give like your cat like, I don't know, they fight and stuff.
Really?
Hold on, I went away from your chat for a second. I just want to there's John is in the chat now. Hello, John.
John, hey.
Emo trash is here. I think that's how you say it, or with an S.
That's how that is how I pronounce it. I don't know if that's
hello.
Hey, emo trash. Doing a bit of. I know you don't like Fortnite. I'm sorry, emo trash, but you know Lego's not so bad.
And John said, "Bite your tongue, Katie." I don't know what that was about, but John, it's Courtney from you know me. The one that I thought you were the other John. I'm so sorry about that still, but it's so good to see you. Stop your whining.
Well, if you just go by John, I'm sure there's probably quite a few people you could be mixed up with.
Yeah, we figured it out, and I knew who he was as soon as I clarified it. I just didn't know. I had the wrong one at first. I'm so curious what if Emo Trash likes emo music, and if so, what bands you like. They just had an emo night here where I live on Saturday night, and it was like a cover band and DJs, but the cover band did like My Chemical Romance and all stuff like that.
I wish I could talk music with you, Courtney, but I'm afraid I don't know anything about me. I don't even know who writes or sings the songs I like. It's just, oh, I like this song. Add it to my playlist, and that's about as much.
Emo Trash says we identify John because he's Purple J. That's a good way to think about it. The Purple J. Well, that is kind of, after he said that, I was like, you're John from the chat. I was just, and John says, and monster truck rallies are fun. I was just looking up the Smashosaurus, and it looks like there's a monster truck thing coming to Pueblo, which is like right near me.
Oh, wow.
To the Colorado State Fair. I'm like, that's something I would totally go to.
I mean, we don't
started looking at that, but
we don't have monster trucks here that I'm aware of, and I could be completely wrong about that, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say we don't have monster trucks rallies here. But like I say, somebody else could tell you different. But my dad used to take me to what did we call them? Oh, what was it? Stock car racing, where they'd be like,
that's fun.
Oh, you know what that means? Yeah, my dad.
Yeah.
It used to be so noisy though, but that was kind of fun. I'd have been a young kid then, because obviously not my choice of things to do. My dad thought we'd like it, but I do remember it being kind of fun.
Oh yeah, they are fun. I did a stream one time, actually. It was funny. It was a car show. I remember Mo Biggs was telling me, which car do you want to live in? Because he says I live in my car.
Oh, because you live in your car, yeah.
But it was at
Courtney does spend most of her time in the car, apparently.
It's because I only rent a room, so I like to be out of the room sometimes. But they had also like a stock car racing thing, and it was really loud because I was trying to stream, and it was like behind me. I had to walk away. I'm just going to address really quickly some music, if you don't mind, because Emo Trash says my main playlist in high school, LOL, and it was in fact My Chemical Romance. Ooh, T.O.P. I don't know what all these are. T.O.P., F.O.B., and P. Okay. Panic at the Disco. I got that one. P.A.T.D. Hold on. F.O.B. is I'm gonna get it. I'm just not used to seeing them all with the lyrics. Or I can't think of the top and the fob one. You're gonna have to tell me that. A little bit of Pierce the Veil and Black Veil Brides. Cool. I really like Panic at the Disco. I really like My Chemical Romance. I remember I'm older than you, obviously, because I wasn't in high school. I was in my 20s, but I remember kind of being embarrassed at how much I liked that song, the I'm Not Okay song. I forget what it's called. Oh, 21 Pilots and Fall Out Boy. That was, sorry. Cool. I like Fall Out Boy.
I was about to say,
I don't know much 21 Pilots.
I died.
Okay. Oh, no.
It's okay. I was being attacked from all sides, and I only have a wooden sword. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Carry on.
I really liked Emo Trash. I liked oh my god, why can't I think of the name now? At the Drive-In. I was gonna say At the Disco because you said Panic at the Disco. At the Drive-In, I don't know if they'd be considered emo. They had that song One Armed Scissor. That was a good song. Sorry, just chatting with your chat.
That's good. Please continue that.
Eric and Boyd is here. He says,
Eric! Oh, lovely to see
Eric.
you.
Eric, it's Courtney, your favorite person. I'm just kidding. Katie should be your favorite person, not me.
It's okay. I don't like the attention.
Emo Trash says that name doesn't ring a bell. The album came out probably in the late 90s, early 2000s. The one I like. I can't think of the name of the album, but At the Drive-In, and I don't know. Look up the song One Armed Scissor. It's really, really good. It's kind of My Chemical Romance mixed with like my dog whining. Not that, but anyway, my dog's not going to stop whining for a moment. apologize. Eric, that is me. Oh, he says, I love both of you.
Aw.
He's so nice.
Oh, we love you too. All right, let's collect some more wood.
You want more food? Do you want more food? Sorry, give me one moment. I'm just going to give him a little more food.
That's okay. I'm just going to make a pickaxe. That's one of the things. Oh, no, I'm not, because I need more rods, which we are making over here. Now I should be able to make a pickaxe. There we go. Eventually, I will upgrade this town or this little village, and then we'll go off and create our own. But what was I going to do? I need to get some more wood so that I can make some planks. And then we'll go exploring once we've got some basic equipment. We'll go exploring, and then we'll find a nice place where we want to build our own village. I also like this game because it gets out all my bad energy, destroying things.
Okay, he wants a treat, so I'm going to make him say hello.
Aww.
But I'm trying for my face not to show because No, don't big screen us because I don't have makeup on or anything.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Okay, I'm giving you treats right here, honey. See? Look what we got for you. Hold on. I'll turn it on. I see. John says, Courtney, when you get back, were you an art teacher? I used to teach music, and then I was a special ed for years. But you're close. Art, I'm not very good at drawing and stuff. I try, or any sort of that thing. But okay, here's one, buddy. There you go. But you got to say hi to everyone. Ready? Let's see. This is the one, the whiner. This is the person that's been whining right here. Hi, guys. I'm trying to hide my face because I just woke up not too long ago.
Oh, yeah.
You know, a
I
couple
kept
more.
Courtney up earlier.
Oh, yeah. I was up to a little bit early this morning. Stop whining for these. So I bought my dog these new snacks that I would never be able to afford, but they were on sale, and he is a crackhead for them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's the best free range meat. It's like venison jerky. I don't know.
Ooh.
And he just whines. He's just a total he's such a little butthead. Eric or emo trash, he is a Boston Terrier. He's getting old. He's 11. He's got the gray eyebrows now and stuff. He's funny. He's getting old and very whiny. That's all you get. You're gonna have problems otherwise. Let me turn my face off here. Okay. Maybe I should put some makeup on now, and then I can be.
Then you come on.
I'm like, things that are necessary. The older we get. I am turning 47 this week. I can't believe I told you chat that, but yeah. So.
Wow. All I can say is, since I'm just a little bit older than you, little bit, the older you get, you realise that you never really were old. So never think that you're old, because, in a few years' time, you're going to be even older, and you look back, you go, why did I think I was so old at that age?
That is so true. I look back at pictures. We were talking about this the other day. I look back at pictures from when we both started YouTubing, right?
Yeah.
In my first YouTube stream, I look like I'm 25. I swear. I'm like, how did I look so young? But I thought I looked so old. Emo Trust, you're right. They do look very, very similar. Actually, I always wanted to get a Frenchie and a Boston Terrier. But Frenchies, I have heard, can be a little mean. Although I've never experienced that with Frenchies that I've met. Richie Dupe in the chat.
Richie.
Hello, Dupe. I always say Doop Doop because it's like the Betty Boop. I don't know why I always think of Dupe.
Oh no! Oh no! Now I'm gonna have to do that. Richie Doop, beep boop boop. Oh.
You're gonna think it all the time now.
How's it going, Richie? Right, what am I doing? Anyway, what is the plan? What is
Oh
the plan?
goodness. Emo Trash says I am 21 and already feel old. LOL, it's too late. Oh goodness, you are not.
I remember when I was working in a school once, and I was 22. And I was the computer technician, but I also taught IT to like 11 to 18-year-olds.
I have a similar story when you're done. Go on.
Okay.
I bet I know where you're going with this.
And I remember, I don't know, I was having this conversation with my colleagues at work, and she was in her 30s. And I thought I was so old. You know, I'm out of school, I'm working, I've got my life, I've got money, and yeah. And I don't know, she was talking about something about clothes. I was wearing some leggings or something, and she was a bit of a bitch anyway. I didn't really like her. And you know, it's one of those people that's just got to be one
digs.
better and take digs all the time. Yeah. And I was like, I don't really care what I'm wearing. You know, I mean, I'm an adult now. I don't have to worry about anything. I look back and think she was only like 33 or something, and I'm like 22, and we're both thinking we're so grown up. And I'm thinking, oh my god,
right? I know. Well, actually, my story is a lot different than what you're saying, but I was 20. I guess I was 21 because I was 21 when I graduated college, and but when you go to do your you know, for teaching, you have to do like a semester where you do observations and then a semester of student teaching. I never had to do student teaching because they, believe it or not, were short on music teachers at the time. Then they just like cut them out of everywhere. But I got to be paid as a teacher while I did my student teaching. And I purposely did it at elementary level because when I did my observations the semester before, I was only 21 and there were 18-year-old boys. And they were relentless. I mean, today it would be like, I guess, harassment. You know what I mean? A certain type of harassment. They did not leave me alone. Like, they wrote me love letters, which I had to like act professional and just put them to the side. You know what I mean? And like, it was just really funny. Patrick T in his house.
Patrick! Oh my goodness! Can you just take over again for a moment? My daughter is relentless.
You know me, I can talk. Patrick C says, "Woo, no pink Jeeps up in here." I was thinking, up in here. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Dupe says, "I don't feel any different to when I was 15. Damn, I'll be 49 in October." That is something that, like, my brain does not feel any much different. I always joke with people. I say I could go from like the mentality of a 3-year-old with like a temper tantrum to like maybe the age of 24 at the tops with maturity level. And I'll never forget my mom saying when she was 69 years old, and I said, "Oh my God, Mom, next year you're going to be 70." And she's like, "You're right." She's like, "I still feel like I'm 21. So it never really goes away. It's all in your, you know, if you're young at heart, you're young at heart. I have that song in my head now. Up in here, up in here. So who do we have? We've got St. Patrick T. We've got John. We've got Eric Boyd. I'm just making sure I'm not missing anybody. Eric Boyd is here. I'm going to the YouTube side to see. Somebody's ready to show it off.
I got to go and answer the door to my daughter because she now has food and the dog, and apparently can't open the door with those things in her hands. So
yeah, that's hard. You can't let go of the dog.
But feel old, says Emo Trash. I only
But he
feel
sits
old
there.
when I stand up. If I'm lying down or sitting down, I feel fine.
That's it's funny. Like I've said this before. Like I was just telling the chat. Like mentally, I've never grown up mentally.
No. Oh,
I'm a
my mum will tell you.
child.
My mum will tell you that I did not grow up past 18.
Yeah.
I
I don't think I
did.
made it past like really like probably 12 or 13 because they say if you start drinking at a certain age or stuff like that, you stop like growing mentally. And I'm like,
Oh, really?
well, I was young. I was a bad girl.
I was a good girl, but
Oh, I was definitely not.
I actually
But
really was. But my sister was better, which meant I was the one that was the trouble in the family. I was the one that was. I was just a bit lippier, I think. Okay, right, bear with me.
yeah.
I will
If
be back in a moment. I'm just going to go and grab the dog.
that's okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. Every time I sit down to stream, like
It's
somebody
quite
works
all
for
right.
me.
I like
Done
talking to
nothing
your
all day.
chat. It's
My
totally
chat is
okay.
awesome. I have the best chat. So
You do have a good chat.
I
You
have
do.
the best chat. I'm telling you.
And I haven't seen Eric Boyd in a while. I feel like I haven't seen you. Like, where have you been? Well, I haven't been anywhere. Actually, I shouldn't ask you that. I should say, where have I been? Who knows? Um, Sometimes I can't remember why I walked in a room. Let's see. Yeah, I was just making sure I'm not missing any. I just realized that the reason why I'm squinting and looking up, and you guys can't see this, but I was squinting at my computer because my glasses were up on my head. Good place for them. Yeah, emo trash says, but feel old. Yeah, I can totally relate to that part. Like the physical, sometimes, and what Katie was saying, standing up. Definitely, I don't know. It's embarrassing even. It's embarrassing to admit it, but yeah. I like how emo trash says, I've never grew up. I've only gotten older though. Reminds me of the Toys R Us commercial. And I don't know if that was like everywhere, but it was in the US. So I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. That's what I am, a Toys R Us kid. Eric says, what have you been up to, Courtney? I have been up to I don't know the usual. I have such a weird life. Um Going to doctor's appointments. But I've actually been doing really good with my health lately, so that's awesome sauce. Um, and my birthday's this week, which I say that with excitement, like, woo, it's my birthday, because I still feel like a kid, but really I'm dreading turning 47. But this year I actually have plans. Like somebody actually asked me to hang out on my birthday. Last year I was all in on my birthday. I sound like such a loser. Um, but yeah, other than that, I don't know. I've been going to see shows. I go to see music. That's pretty much what I do. And I go to this place called the Control Room near my house, which is like like a retro arcade. It's like one of those barcades, I think they call them. But I don't drink. I just go and I play pinball. I like the Jaws pinball, and they have Frogger. They have Galaga. So I go and play all the old games there. And thanks, guys, for all the happy birthday wishes. Just keep getting stronger, Courtney. Thank you, John. John, that was very kind of you. I knock on wood, but I have been in remission for quite some time for my I have like I don't know. I don't need to go on. I don't have cancer. It's not that. It's a form of vasculitis, but it's like life threatening and whatnot. And I had to do chemo for it. And I've actually not been on the chemo shots for quite a little bit right now. And it's awesome because I feel so much better. I'll have to go back on them because it's a lifelong thing. But maybe I won't.
Okay.
Who knows?
Sorry about that, Courtney. I'm so
That's okay.
glad you're here. Can you imagine if you weren't here?
Oh, and emo trash says, to be fair, I did just finish a college semester. That may be part of why I feel fatigued. Absolutely. That is totally a good reason. Do you mind me asking what you go to school for? I miss college. I really do.
I miss
It
college,
was so much
not
fun.
school.
See, it's really weird for me that like even though I'm not okay, I am bragging, I guess, because there's no other way to say it. But I went to Berkeley College of Music, which was it was the #1 music college in the world at the time. But it wasn't hard for me because I've been trained since I was like 5. So all the stuff they were teaching was like I skipped through like, theory and stuff like that. The hardest part for me was playing in front of like a board of teachers because I was a scholarship student. You had to like, it's kind of like if anyone saw the movie Flashdance, how she has to like dance in front of the panel of judges at the end or whatever. I had to do that twice a year.
Yeah.
That was the hard part. And then I had to work full time. So that was kind of hard. But school wasn't hard once. I don't know. I was lucky. I really was. I always think, where would I be if I actually had applied for anything? Because I got good grades. So it was like, I didn't really try much harder. Like I didn't push myself like I should have further.
That's another story. See, my sister was always the clever one, and I was always the pretty one. And that's not, I'm not pretty.
You're gorgeous. You shush. You don't even go there. I think you are so
no,
beautiful.
but I mean, the younger me might have been a little bit, but I still wasn't. But that was what I was always told. Oh, Jane's got the smarts, and you'll get by because everybody loves you, and you'll be fine. But I was in the top sets for everything, so and I just never thought I was very smart but when I look back and I think, well, actually, I never left the top sets. And
you probably
didn't
were
struggle in school. I just didn't want to be in school. It was like,
I can relate to that.
I want to be at home. There's things I want to do, and this is not where I want to be.
I can say that just from being a teacher, my style of discipline was always very different, and this goes to parents as well. Like there's a video that they showed teachers later on when I was in, like towards the end, called like Love and Logic, and it's a way of disciplining. And when you tell children that they're not good at something, they will grow up like really believing they're not good at something, and then therefore not push themselves more. You know what I mean? Like the children get labeled, and they really believe what they're told when they're younger. So I would always say, like, I grew up with like teachers, if you were doing something bad in class, you just get yelled at. If I had a kid that was doing something bad in his seat, I would look at the kid next to him and be like, oh my goodness, Johnny is making me so happy. Look how nicely you're sitting. Now, granted, this is for younger kids, elementary, but you would be surprised. Everyone would sit up, and I never believed in like labeling kids as not good at anything, but our parents did that to us in the 80s. That was like a big thing, 70s, 80s. Yeah, so you probably are a lot smarter than you thought. You know what I mean? You just heard that.
It was only years later when, my sister did well, she stayed in the same job forever, but I went on and like progressed up in my jobs, and I don't know. I did more technical things. I did more hands-on things than my sister. And it's only years later. I might have even been in my 30s. And my dad actually turned around and said, I never thought it, but you're actually one of the smartest ones in this family. And I'm like,
didn't that feel good?
Thanks.
Did that feel amazing? Didn't that feel good? Or were you kind of bitter?
Really. I'm kind of bitter. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It did feel good, but it was just like, I don't know. It felt like a backhanded compliment.
Well, so I can understand that too. I do understand that, especially coming from like a dad type of thing. We both have similar dads. I'll just never forget my brother. I guess I was talking to my sister-in-law, and she told me that my brother right below me had told her that I was the smartest one in the family. And my brother's like a genius. I've never thought of myself as smarter than him. And I was like, he said that? I just remember like being so flattered. I just want to address, because I asked Emo Trash a question, and he answered. He's in visual art, which is cool. Very cool. Oh, I'm so sorry. You know what? I should not always assume he. I'm so used to so many dudes in this. Yeah. in our like community. It's like crazy. I'm so sorry. I think I've been saying he the whole time. I apologize. She should be graduating next spring if everything goes according to plan. That's awesome. when I was in music college, my best friend went to mass art. She was ceramics, I think, and now she's like a ceramics professor out in California, which is pretty cool. And then let's see. John says, "What is your instrument of choice, Courtney, and how many different instruments do you play?" At this point in my life, I have not played much. I can still play piano, and I played a little guitar until my guitar was taken in January, but that's another story. I'll get another. But my instrument of choice would be, I'll just give a brief history. I started on piano. That will always be my best instrument. I play clarinet. I started that in 4th grade. When I was 12 or 13, I started electric bass because I wanted to be like Kim Gordon from Sonic Youth. And then in college, you basically had to learn everything to be a music education teacher. So I can tell you the instruments that I cannot play well at all. That's drums, violin, any of the bowed instruments where you need a bow. I can pluck, but I'm terrible at that. Flute, I'm awful at. And there was one more that I'm forgetting right now. Trombone. Even though I can play trumpet, okay. So yeah, but electric bass and piano would be my major, like my favorite ones. In college, I actually majored in clarinet because they didn't have many, and I got offered a scholarship, and I had no choice because we didn't have money to pay for that school, so I was going for clarinet. Okay. Anyway, but thanks for asking. It's always interesting when people ask me that. Okay, Richie Dupe says, "I worked with youths in the casino who failed school completely, but could add up a 1,200 piece bet in 30 seconds. That's amazing, right?
Exactly.
And they failed probably because it was such a different like time back then. The way teachers and like administration treated the students.
I don't know that
were
it's much different now. I know they make more of an effort, but
when I taught at a high school when I was up in the mountains here in Colorado, and I was actually pretty impressed. But this was also 2014. Things have changed a lot since then, But I feel like and it could have just been the town I was living into. It was a smaller town, but they actually had money and they did pay attention, to like the education.
yeah.
Let's see. Richie Dupe says, "Everybody's good at something." Oh, I wanted to go back to what he was saying. Who failed school completely? Yeah, that's it. There were kids at my high school. One of them, who was one of my best friends, they graduated them early. They let them leave school. They gave them their degree or is it a high school degree? Yeah, or whatever they call it, diploma, degree. I'm trying to remember which one it is, but they had them leave early because they were like, problem people. They would get caught, smoking or whatever, or getting arrested and stuff like that. They just gave them they pushed them out. They also, I had a girlfriend who was pregnant in high school, and they weren't going to let her walk during the graduation ceremony. Her mom raised a fuss, and she walked across. We called her the marshmallow woman because she was like 8 months pregnant in her white gown. It was awesome. Everyone was cheering for her. And then, okay, so John said, but yeah, that's why people fail out of school, because people are told that they're not good enough. And some kids are like brilliant. And it doesn't matter if you go to college either. It has nothing, like college is so overrated, that whole, like, you need to go to college to be smart, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, let's see. John says, that's why.
Yeah, sorry.
Go on. No, go on.
I was just going to say, it's that quote. I love that quote, or a meme or something. Something about, oh God, now, I knew what it was. Now my brain's dead. It's about not leading a fish to water. That's a horse. Yes, that's it. Everybody is good at something, but if you try and get a fish to climb a tree, they're not going to succeed. So you have to encourage people to, excel in what they are good at, in their strengths.
Use their strengths. Yep, encourage their
and
strengths.
not make them
Absolutely.
Feel stupid for not being able to do something that they're just not made to do. They're not.
It's so true. That's, teachers should be doing this. I don't know that they do anymore because it's been since 2019. But you, like, with my last job, I was actually teaching, working with pre-K. I was doing music with pre-K and preschool, which I had never done that young, but purposely with younger ages, you pair kids together that like one is good at something and another's good at something, you know what I mean? Or one isn't good at something, you pair them with someone who is, and that's the best way to do it. Like you balance them out. You don't make them feel stupid. You have them work together, and then so there's some funny comments coming up here. I'm getting behind on me.
Okay.
John, this isn't funny, but John says why narc abuse as a kid is so damaging. Absolutely. And as an adult, all around.
Words. We said this right at the beginning. Words are the most harmful thing. When people sort of, I'm not bringing up my troubles right now, but there's fair few people that saying that I'm influencing others, and I'm like, well, if I am, I'm not doing it intentionally. But every time every single person opens their mouth and uses words, we are all influencing people, whether we mean to or not, because words are influence. If we are expressing our opinion on something, we are influencing somebody else's opinion on that, whether we mean to or not.
And I think with people like you, like Katie and I, we're more sensitive too. Like you never know who's more sensitive and who can take it, type of thing. So, but let's just see. I'm behind. I feel bad, so I'm like,
I'll be quiet. I'll just get on with my. I'm going to create a brand new camp in a moment, so we can start one from scratch.
Emo Trash says, I'm not insecure about it, LL. To be honest, if you have, I haven't noticed. I don't know. I don't remember now. I'm old. I got you. Because I thought it was a boy, not a girl. I'm so sorry. I just assumed, and I can't see the avatars really well because I'm old and blind. Anyway, this is funny. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. She says, I know my name doesn't indicate one. Richie Duke says, wind instruments tickle my lips too much. LMAO. It's kind of funny. Reed instruments will do that, but I don't know if you were going somewhere else with that. Well, I remember that you played clarinet in high school. Do you know? I remember that from Rough Girls Chat. You mentioned that one time. This is like years ago. That's so funny. Like I didn't until you just said it again, but I remember that. Emo Trash says, administration were always assholes. Excuse me if your channel's curse free. I apologize. Emo Trash, that is the only way I could describe them honestly. Diploma. Okay, high school diploma, college degree. I should know that. I have a master's degree. I'm like, okay, Eric, this is where it was getting funny. Eric says, wait, where I just lost it now. Girls that play the skin flute are my favorite musicians. And then he says, I went there.
Oh my goodness. I had to think about that for a moment. That didn't like automatically register. And I'm thinking, what's that? Oh God. Hoodwinked again.
Oh, that's funny. Emo Trash says, can't wait to get this degree out of the way and move on with my life. College, ain't it? You think that now, but you're probably gonna end up missing it. I don't know. Everything I've thought I wanted to like keep going, getting older, and then I'm like, why am I want to be like 17 again. Actually, no, I want to be 18 because I wouldn't have to live at home. John says, like trying to teach boys to learn how girls do. That is very true. That's a controversial subject nowadays. I think with the older crowd, we are, boys are more active, girls are more sedentary in general. I wouldn't say necessarily active versus sedentary, but boys do have more muscle mass. Like they have more testosterone. So they are stronger as a general rule. Obviously, there are girls that are stronger and whatnot, but it's true. We are different. Like you do have to treat different, different genders, different types of learners. I remember it's like teaching to the class or something was one of the classes I had to take, or teaching to your learners, and you have to be able to like cater your lesson plans as a teacher to every learner in that class. And you've got visual learners, people that learn by hearing, people that I always just try to learn by doing, like doing hands-on, because that's kind of gets it all. Anyway, Emo Trash says, yeah, Katie, you've been a terrible influence on my life.
I know, right, Emo? I know. I apologize.
I don't know why, but I don't know why. I have no idea. I can't imagine Katie being a terrible influence on anybody. It's so funny. My avatar is currently a dude as LOL. I'm a chat trap. I don't even know what a chat trap is. Is that so funny? I have no idea what that even means.
Is that like
I wish
catfishing?
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Oh,
That makes sense.
I got shot from a distance.
And then Bones. Oh, and she made her own avatar. Emo trashed it. Like, I wish I
Oh,
could see it
nice.
better. It looks cool. I see like the green. It looks like there's a thing around the head, but I really my new glasses are coming soon. Bones says that was a long time ago.
Oh, Courtney, do you know what we
She's
might
like,
have to do? If you come on my panel more often, I may have to give you controls because obviously you can't pull up the chat, can you?
No, that's why I'm reading who it is. And I'm
Yeah.
on the YouTube side because you know how they don't always show up, all of them
Yeah.
on the StreamYard side. So I might be a little delayed to you if you're not seeing them, but to them,
No, I'm not
I don't
seeing.
know.
No, I'm
I
just
think I'm
thinking
pretty-
next time you come on, maybe I'll add you as like.
Yeah, I
my-
definitely highlight for you and do that 100%.
Yeah.
Then I don't have to read them all. You
We'll
can
sort
kind of
that
just
out later
reply.
because I
Because I feel
imagine.
bad talking to your chat and it's your show. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
I would
I'm
bring them
just
up for you to
ignoring
be
them.
able to
I'm just
address.
playing my own game. I'm fine. You
She's
know.
honest. I love her. I'm just ignoring them. I've got you here to do this for me.
I'm enjoying listening. It's not like I'm hosting a stream. It's like I'm watching a stream. It's really good.
That's why I like going on other people's channels because I don't have to do the whole behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Like keeping track of everything. It's a nice balance. But Bone says that was a long time ago. I miss her streams. I miss her so much. I don't know. That was a long time ago. So you remember Bone? We used to like just sing. Like we would have conversations in song, Katie.
Oh yeah.
YouTuber Rough Girl. It would be so ridiculous. Like we would just like anything was like a song. It could be like a rap song, like a song from the 80s. Like we were really silly together. We had fun.
Sounds good.
And then Eric Boyd put his hands, the monkey with the hands over his mouth, because he said before. Sorry, go on. What were you gonna say?
For me? No, I'm
Yeah.
just going along. I can't remember.
I was talking about the me and Rough Girl communicating in
Oh
song.
no, you know, funny's good. I like streams where everyone's having fun. It doesn't have to have a meaning to it. It just has to be fun.
Oh, she was a blast. Like her and I together too. Like she brought the wild me out, like the fun wild. Like I didn't like. I would sing. I would, you know what I mean. She I don't know. I don't think anyone here used to see like the show that I used to do, but I used to like tell everyone I was a freestyle rapper, which I will still do. I'll get on with like Finatra and TJ and rap, but I rap horribly. And that was the whole point. I used to be like, I'm huge in the Philippines, meaning I'm taller because I'm like 5'7". Anyway, okay. Emo Trash says, hey, I doubt that. Oh, about worrying about finances, project deadlines, and grades is not fun. The finance and the deadlines, yeah, you're right. I forget how stressful it actually was. But it doesn't get less stressful. That's the only problem. And I don't mean to like not give you hope. But she says, at least I won't be paying for my own suffering. Good job. That's a good point.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
But
and
when
then
you get
John
out
said the
into
same
work
thing.
and everything, you might still miss that.
It's the socialization too. Like when you're in school, you know what I mean? Don't you? I don't know. Yeah, it can go either way. Like life can get harder because like you have more bills, you have kids, all of that, or life can get more boring for some people.
Yeah.
Where in my case, I miss the socialization. John said the same thing. LOL. The worries don't get less, but instead more serious. At least I won't be paying for my own suffering. Yeah, good point. John said traps are typically trans who trap normals. Okay. So people like pretending just to be like another gender. I gotcha. Okay. Imitrash says, but way easier than paying to figure out a whole project and submit it for no return other than the grade. I always enjoyed getting my grades though. If you know what I mean. Unless I don't know. I was such a nerd though, really. Like I didn't try. As I said, I look back, if I had only applied myself, where would I be? Always think that. Okay. John says, LOL, Les Miserables stream. Sorry, I had to say it in my horrible French accent. John says, I'm too picky for karaoke. I just like to make people laugh. And when I sing or rap, I'll do karaoke because I think I'm terrible. And I usually pick funny songs. Okay.
I love to sing seriously, but I'm terribly bad at it. But
oh, no, you're not.
Because I enjoy singing.
You have a great voice. You can actually sing.
No.
Yes, you have nice tone
I know
to your
that's
voice.
a lie.
You have nice tone to your voice. I had to take a class at Berkeley
because we had deaf.
No, you're not. You're not tone deaf. I've heard you sing. Do not say that. I'll tell you if you would be like. There are people that are tone deaf. You are not tone deaf. Trust me.
That's one thing I've always wished I could do is sing. Definitely disagree.
I have always wished that I could be a good vocalist. So going to a music college, you've got people that can sing and that can do, they can do both. But then you have like the instrumentalists. Like I consider myself an instrumentalist because I was never in choir. Well, I was for like younger grades, but oh, that looks awesome. That just came up. That's a cool. I got you, Emo. I'll get you in 1 second too. I didn't have choir. I was in choir like when I was young, when we had to be. But in high school, I just did jazz band, and orchestra. So they had a class at Berkeley called Vocal Class for Instrumentalists, and it was hilarious. Like all of us, this lady was so hardcore. She would totally try and make us sing these like impossible songs, and then we had to perform by ourselves in front of the class, and none of us could sing. It was really funny. Okay. Yeah, Imitrash. Yes, that is me. That's the same X Courtney. Or IG. I just sent the image. Yeah, I saw that. I saw the avatar to your Discord. Yeah, I'm making the connections now. That's good. She says I do not socialize. LOL. I try. I was okay not socializing for a long time. I was a complete like recluse. She says I low-key became a shut-in after some events like over a year ago now. I can relate to that. I think Katie can relate to that, right?
I used to be quite sociable, and now people terrify me.
The older you get, anxieties are more intense. And I just learned that that's the same thing about animals. Because my dog has been getting like anxiety in the car, and he still loves going in the car and stuff. He gets anxiety about certain things, but yeah, it's like proven, I guess, that the older you get, your anxieties are worsened. I don't know.
I just think people are so judgy. Like, I don't understand how people think they know you better than people that actually know you.
Do you know what happened with me, Katie? I was like that. And then when I finally, after so many years of being with my ex-husband, and I finally kind of broke free, I just actually, no, and that's not what did it. I apologize. When I had to go on disability because I couldn't work anymore. When I knew I didn't have to play that role of like the teacher, and like have like, because I would never be on YouTube if I was still teaching. There's no way. I just lost caring. Like, I don't care. I will humiliate myself to make other people laugh. Like, I just don't even care anymore. And my mom got like that. I think I get it from my mom. I do care, obviously.
I think I've always been like that. Like I will laugh at myself. I will absolutely laugh at myself, and I'll do stupid things. And I don't care because, we all make mistakes, and these things are funny.
Self-deprecating humor.
Yeah.
Means at it, right? I love that. I like self-deprecating.
Absolutely. But then I don't want to. Yeah, la 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 la.
Oh, Eric is so funny. Eric says, "You ladies need to help make my life exciting. I demand feet pics." No way. Actually, I wouldn't even care, but I'm not doing that because of the nature of why you want feet pics.
I've always said I don't mind doing feet pics, but it's £1,000 a foot. Pounds, English pounds, £1,000 a foot, and they're not even pretty feet. So your loss, my gain. I might paint my toenails for you.
I have a really funny story about that. About the foot thing is when I first started YouTube, my buddy Pete, who had Creepy Little Book, that channel,
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about like the internet. I was so internet like dumb. I had used YouTube before, but I used like they have a thing called TeacherTube, so I used like videos for school, with the kids. But I
Yeah.
knew nothing about the live chats. I just knew nothing about the whole culture. It took me a while to learn, like
I'd make fun of my son.
etc.
He'd be on them. I'd say, "Well, you're actually there talking to people that you don't know, like people online." Right? And he's like, "Yeah, just in the chat room." I said, "But you talk. Why would you do that?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay."
It's the same thing as going on a dating site at my age now. I always thought people were losers that did that, but guess what? Sometimes you can't meet people. Anyway, I digress. When I first joined YouTube, Pete had me start streaming, and I got into that pretty quickly, but I did not like I'm so gullible. I'm one of those people that like in high school, legit, I sound like my little sister saying this. That's her talk. She's 12 years younger. Legit, I was told that the word gullible wasn't in the dictionary, and I looked it up. I was that person that looked it up to prove that it was in there, okay? So Pete tells me, so I kept hearing about this OnlyFans thing, and Pete was like, "You should start an OnlyFans." And I was like, "What is that?" Because fans, I did not think anything.
I didn't either when people were saying that. It took me a long time before I realized, I didn't.
You will appreciate this then. So I was crocheting.
I learned that within the last couple of years. So yeah.
Well, Pete's like, "You should," because I was like starving for money because my marriage, whatever, that doesn't matter. But I couldn't work anymore. But I was still married, and but we weren't together. It was weird. Anyway, so Pete's like, you should start an OnlyFans, and I'm like, "What is that?" And he's like, "It's just for like people that like your fans, that are in your chat and stuff. You can do anything. They'll just like watch you, and then they'll pay you there." And I was like, "Well, what would I do?" And he's like, "You crochet and you do it really well. You could like crochet for people." And I'm like, "Really? People would watch me crochet and like pay me?" And he's like, "Yeah." And so he never added the part until like later on. Crochet naked. It took like, I kept telling people that I was gonna do OnlyFans. Like,
oh no, that's so cruel.
But I didn't even look at the site. I had no clue, and people were just like, "Okay." And so then we started. My girlfriend Ashley and I started joking around because we were like, "Well, girls are really making like." I was like, "The only thing I do would be like show my feet, but nobody would ever be able to see any other part of my body because one, I'm recognizable with tattoos, and nobody's going to see my face. Hell no." But so we had a joke about how the two of us were going to do a foot page, and there were even people in the chat that were like, "We'll set it all up for you." And we were totally kidding. But yeah, that just made me think about it because of Eric and the feet.
Oh yeah,
but yeah,
I'm totally kidding.
I'm so glad you didn't know about OnlyFans either.
No, not until I started. Well, I was even streaming. I didn't know anything about it. No, I've learned a lot. I've learned when I did my Ice Palace streams, the ice cream streams.
Yeah,
I learned an awful lot.
Oh yeah, well,
I didn't need to know it, but now I do.
I heard stuff because like I streamed with like Jesse Miller and the Crow's Nest before I was streaming on my own, and it was all boys. So that's where I just started. That's where I kind of let loose because I just like to shock. Like if guys are gonna say something dirty, I would just like top them, and people would laugh. I didn't mean it, It's not like I think. It's not like I'm a floozy. I'm making myself sound like a grandma on purpose.
The thing is, I mean, to be fair, when I did those streams, I went along with it, but And it was fine. And, people will say, "Oh, well, you thought it was funny and you did this," and I was like, "Yeah, I did." But you know what? I always came away regretting things I'd said and feeling like, I don't know,
Really?
this
Yeah.
wasn't
See,
me. Yeah,
I have this thing about like
I know I've
the
said these
top.
things and done these things, but yeah, it was never a good. I didn't come away with a good feeling.
It feels good to me. I'll be totally honest because I like I have 4 brothers, so I was constantly like competing with the boys to like be like funnier or like I don't even know. So I kind of like to mess with people.
Mm.
And and also my family was not like the typical family. Like we were very crass. Like so
Now you see,
that
my
part doesn't get
mum
to me
is
at all.
very not. If anything's kind of like said to my mum, oh, she's very yeah, you just can't really say anything in front of her, and
Oh, my
yeah,
mother is
no.
the complete opposite.
She's a lady, is my mum is, and she literally is a lady.
My
There's
mom
nothing
is
crass about her. She is what you would class as the perfect lady. And I was always taught, if I was sitting wrong or anything, like, be ladylike, be ladylike, be ladylike, dress
don't
modestly, be ladylike.
I know manners. Like I can have manners, believe it or not. Maybe not anymore. I don't know. Being on YouTube has kind of ruined me, maybe. But no, I grew up like I always say that my parents, I didn't gain I definitely gained influence from them, but like I didn't spend a lot of time there. I spent a lot of time at like my mom's. She was like the most proper Catholic woman, and my friends' parents. So I got a lot of like my morals and stuff from that.
Hmm.
Um, and morals. That's personally who I am on YouTube. Is I play characters on YouTube when I'm live. I mean, I myself. People know about me. The things I say about myself are true, but like when I mess with people, it's just for entertainment. I'm
Hmm.
gonna go up here for 1 second because I'm gonna get behind again. So let's see. Okay. Okay. So John said he wasn't sure if he's heard you sing. And John said yes. Courtney likes to change things up with her Discord name and PFP. I don't know what PFP is, but um, Katie, sorry for being so intimidating. John said.
John is very
Um,
intimidating. Yes.
is
How I
he?
met John. Oh, totally. No,
Why?
I have, because when I was younger, I used to be a complete social butterfly. Then I got sick, badly sick with meningitis and septicemia, and for months and months and months, I couldn't leave the house. And anyway, I just became, what with sensory issues from the brain damage and everything, I became very self-conscious and nervous, and I wasn't sociable at all. I avoided people. So if I started to feel comfortable with somebody, then I could, be in a small groups. Anyway, long story short, there was this Discord chat group, and I'd been encouraged to sort of go in there and chat. And there was a couple of people I knew in there, and John was in there, and I didn't know John. It was just a complete, I don't know. And I don't think I went in there, and I think I went in a bit later. And John was still there, and I said I was going to come in earlier, but I didn't know people. And John was like, "I know, I'm very intimidating.
Oh, so you get like okay, I get it. He said
I
I'm
have real, yeah,
intimidating.
I get really bad social anxiety. I have to be comfortable with. This is why I don't do chat groups or anything. It's why you'll never see me in like Discord groups and stuff, because I can't do it unless I know you. I can't. Yeah. And even if
I
I do
bet
know you, I have to be comfortable with you. Otherwise, I can't. It's not that I can't. I
don't
can. I can fake it.
don't say can't. Yeah,
No,
don't say
I
can't.
can fake it, but
But you're not
the
comfortable.
anxiety that I go through it could make me sleep for a week afterwards, just because I was sociable for an hour. like literally the anxiety will
That's
just
autoimmune stuff too. We've talked about that. Yeah,
yeah.
people don't understand what the mental stress can do to like physical. Um, you know,
So
I still believe that you can overcome that because I can relate to that. I had this, when I got sick, I didn't leave the house, and I also was being like, I was hearing all these things that were being talked about me. You know what I mean? Like people didn't know I was even sick. There were just rumors and stuff like that. I didn't leave my house for an entire year, and I couldn't even walk to the mailbox. Like agoraphobia is what they said I
yeah.
had, and I had such social anxiety. But I don't know. Therapy helped me, I guess. I don't know.
I
All of a
don't know.
sudden, something just like broke, and I still get like moments of it. If I'm feeling like bullied, and I think I'm getting better because I'll talk back now and always regret it because I don't like to be mean to people for real. Like messing around is one thing because I'm from Philly and we talk trash, but that's like a term of endearment. That's like endearing, you know what I mean? Where I'm from. But yeah, I think I just, I don't know. It took you know what it took, Katie? When I left, I had to leave and I had to go to a city where I knew nobody and I lived alone. I live alone. I've never been on my own. I've never lived alone in my life. And so I just like, after sitting in my like room where at the first place I moved into, I was like, I have to just go do something. And I started making myself go out once a day, even if it was just like the store. That was like my goal. And then I went to like my first like show by myself, like, which I would have been able to do in my 20s, no problem,
Oh yeah.
And now I
In
just
my
don't really
20s,
care.
I'd go anywhere.
Mhm.
Well, we didn't have mobile phones back then, but like there'd always be somebody at the local pub that I would
Yep.
know. So I thought nothing, and I loved the girls wouldn't do it, but I thought nothing of just going to the pub because I knew there'd be somebody there, even if it
Yep.
was
I
just
was
the
like that
bar
too.
staff.
Yeah. You could talk, and because you could just talk to people,
You
right?
just
You were
talk,
just
and I
like,
could talk to anyone, and I can still talk. If I'm out on my own and I'm on a bus and there's somebody next to me or having a conversation, I can quite easily, engage in that conversation without worrying about it because 2 minutes later they're gone, I'm gone, and I don't have to think anything of it.
yeah.
But it's just people, it's groups, like if I'm gonna have to talk to them again, maybe. I don't know.
I was really shy when I was a kid, but it was forced out of me because I was one of those kids that they said I was talented when I was 5. So my mom pushed me and I had to perform all the time and I had the worst stage fright. And so I think that like taught me how to do the fake, to fake it till you make it kind of thing. But then as
Well,
the older I got, I just don't really care that much anymore because so much has happened to me. It's like, what else is going to happen? What's the
yeah.
worst that can happen? But someone's going to not like me. There's so many people that don't like me.
Yeah, you see, that's the thing. I don't care if people don't like me, but you've got to know me before you can make that decision. If I do something or I'm the sort of person that you don't like, that's fine. I don't care. But don't hate me because of something you've been told. That is my big thing. All these people that are like, oh, well, we know what you're like, Katie. We know this, we know that. And I'm thinking, no, you've never spoken to me. How do you know anything about me but what you've been told by somebody?
Well, and
I
as
don't know.
females, we're more emotional too. Hormones, they do exist. Because I'm guilty of that too. Like when, I've had my couple instances like throughout the years of YouTube where I definitely have like spurred out. I guess that's the word, right? Like just flipped out on people because my feelings. I was like, you don't know anything about me and you're lying and blah blah blah. But some other times I'm just like, I don't even care anymore. It all depends. Okay.
I think it's
let me
because I
see
like to be left alone. That's what it is. And I don't understand why people like even want to talk about
privacy kind of thing in a sense.
like,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm not interested in what you're doing. Why are you caring? Yeah,
I'm both. Like I'm one of those extroverted introverts or whatever, or introverted extroverts, whatever they call it. Like I love to socialize, but then I do need alone time. Okay, let me just catch up with the chat a little bit. Yeah, the intimidating comment. I was gonna say John's like the nicest person, but I could see being intimidated by his intelligence. I could see that.
Oh yes.
And John says,
Definitely.
would politics be better if they could laugh at themselves for real? I think so. I have completely withdrawn from politics. I am unaffiliated now. So I don't know. I don't have trust for the big G, we'll say. If people get the people that run our country. Eric wants pretty feet, LOL, he says. John said, YouTube is a learning curve. That is for sure, right, Katie?
Oh yeah.
We know. Emo Trash says, to be fair, I never watched live streams till last year as well. It's a totally different experience. I can't even watch like normal TV anymore because it's not interactive. And I can't stand watching a live chat after the fact because I want to be there.
Oh, there's nothing more infuriating than you watch it and someone says something and you have the perfect comment that you want to say and there's nobody there.
Do you know what sucks even more? I'm banned from like 3 different chats for no reason because some mod in the chat just decided it was funny to ban me. So like I was going into like, for instance, I don't know, just say like Raptors chat or something, and I can't talk to anybody. And like I'm trying to talk to my friends, so I don't even watch anymore because it's like this is no fun. And then John says, we're gonna socialize you yet, Emo. Oh, to Emo. I thought he was saying it to you.
No, he's given up trying to socialize me, I think. That's never gonna happen. I don't want to.
Emo says, wasn't my cup of tea, and now you can also blame John for how many chats I invade. I invade every chat. If you guys knew every corner of the internet that I it's funny. People when they used to watch my streams would be like, you have the most bizarre crowd of people. I'm like, oh, I know, because I'm not just part of like CG related or whatever, you know what I mean? Any of that stuff, like I'm all over. I watched a channel of this guy that like breeds guinea pigs. Like I'm so weird. John says never trust the chat. I know that now because I've had the chat turn on me and then they're nice to me. So I'm just like, I don't even. It's people that were personally my friends. And I know people say, oh, it's the internet. No, people like that I talk to every day and stuff, when they've turned on me, that's when it hurts my feelings. Oh, Emo says, oh, people will 100% watch crochet on YouTube. But he had me believe it was like that was going to be like, people were like personally going to pay me. It's just so funny. The OnlyFans thing is funny. I haven't crocheted in a couple of years. I have my stuff here. I should start doing that again because that really, it's calming. I just am always behind on things. It seems funny because I don't have like, I don't know how I worked before and got things done. I don't. I just, my brain has, and I'm on YouTube, so that takes up time. I can't multitask anymore, I guess is what it is.
No, if Cranberry Land just was here, he would tell you differently. Multitasking, we do it all the time. Emo Trash
I know.
Here.
Cranberry is so uplifting. He is. Cranberry is a very sweet person. I consider him a friend. People 100% watch crochet. People are generally interested in any art forms. That's cool. Yeah, I would watch. I watch people do, like, if I see something like, I'm trying to think, like when I started watching people painting the little figurines and stuff, I was fascinated with that because I could never do that. It's so tiny. Okay.
People watch me playing with foam and trying not to glue my fingers together. I mean,
yeah, right? I will not touch super glue for that reason.
Oh,
it's the worst feeling. You're like, my fingers are stuck.
Every time.
Emo just grew up on watching digital speed paints. Johnny says, what's that? Like time lapse? And she said, yeah, basically. Haldir does those time lapse videos.
Oh, hey,
I like watching those. Oh, is he here? No, I was just talking about saying he does the time lapse videos.
Oh my God.
And I love that.
Such an awesome artist.
Yeah, he really is. He's gotten really good. Oh my God, I'm so behind. Okay, I gotta check out. I gotta catch up for you. I'm so sorry. I'm like so behind. Okay, which is kind of I talk too much. Jeez, holy moly! Tell me to shut up, but then I won't see because it's way ahead. Okay. Blah blah blah. They're just explaining what time lapse is. Okay. Oh, PFP profile pic. Yeah, I do change it up a lot. You're right. And with names all the time. I have certain names on certain channels, like and certain more proper channels that I'm on, like shows I've been on for a couple of years where they don't even curse. I'm always my real name. Okay. Oh, John, so intimidating. He existed menacingly. And he wrote, John, LOL, roar. He said, I never knew you were sick, Cordy. Yeah, I won't go too into it, but it's a rare illness. I got diagnosed finally. It took me 2.5 years. But treatment worked for now. So, but you have to be on it forever. It's the long story short. Albino, oh, I'm gonna go. He's probably way gone. He or she. I can't say that now. They are probably way gone.
Take care.
I'm sure they're way gone because I'm so behind. I'm so sorry.
John honestly, Courtney, you're doing better than I am.
Katie is effortless charm, John. I agree. And she is classy. I was just telling her that the other day. Because her and I are like in a lot of ways sensitivity wise, but we're like complete polar opposites. So on the outside. Like you have class. I like to say I put the ass in class because I'm crass. You know what I mean? Like it's like,
have you heard my language when I lose the plot? When I usually actually when I go into complete panic mode. But
people,
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say I was very classy when I react to things.
Yeah, reacting different. When you're being attacked.
Sorry.
I just got excited. I'm like, woo. Woo.
I haven't done my emote. Sorry. Look, get on with the chat, Courtney. What do you think I got you here for?
John just said, he said, Katie has effortless charm. And then John said, shy in the Northeast doesn't really mix. Yeah, I'm from the Northeast. I'm from Philly and I was in Boston. But I'm Colorado now and people don't get it. And then Emo says, Katie's got that natural allure because she tends to sound really sweet. You are really. She is really sweet. She is a good, sweet person.
No.
You are. You are kind. That's what I consider sweet. Like you would never go out of your way to hurt somebody. It's different if somebody attacks you and you react because that everyone is guilty of that. If you're being attacked, like for no reason, I can't think of the word I'm trying to say, but for no reason, you're gonna react. That's different. That's not who you are.
No.
Okay. Oh, Eric is probably going too. He's got to go get some things done.
Oh, bye, Eric.
Bye, Eric, if you can hear us. And then John says, sorry to find you interesting, Katie.
Yeah, don't do that, John. You'll be totally disappointed.
No, you won't, John. She's awesome. Emo says, John is good at getting people to yap. LOL. I'm good at not shutting up from yapping. So I like to say it's because I've been alone and isolated for a while. But to be honest, I think it's called being from the East Coast. We don't shut up. We talk at the same time and we can still understand our entire conversations. John says, I find most people interesting. Me too. And I really like interesting people. Like just interested in any way. Dupe says, haha, I forget what he's saying. Haha, Dupe. No clue, but haha. Oh, Vermont Center. I heard of Fortnite, but what is it? He sounds like me.
Vermont Center. Good to see you again. I was thinking about you earlier and thinking it was nice to see you in the chat because I know.
Oh yeah, he disappeared for a little bit.
Yeah, you've had as much stuff going on as I have, so I know.
And me, we all did. We were all victims of a certain dinosaur. We'll just say that kind of. Well, I know Vermont was when I was. I think, right? I think.
I don't know. I don't know. Let's. Anyway, yes.
And then John says, "Oh, well, just interrupt me because I'm just gonna keep talking."
No, you keep going.
You have to.
No, it's fine. I was gonna say something, but I can't remember.
I think that's why I never shut up too, because I'll forget what I'm saying. You have to learn to just be assertive and just not shut up, Katie, because people like to hear you, and you have a much more pleasant voice than I do.
Oh, stop! All right, let's be realistic now. You're making everyone throw up.
No, I have a list, but you know what? I embrace it. I am who I am. It's who I is. Okay. And then John writes, a musician surrounded by strange people. Nah, I don't believe it, Courtney. I myself am strange and unusual. Hello, Vermont Cheddar. Hey, John. Vermont's a musician too. I did know that.
I didn't know that.
Oh, he was joking. He said, just kidding. I played Quake. I told my nephew try Arena FPS. I did know that, and because I think Vermont's from my area.
Oh, he asked what Fortnite was. It's an online game.
I think he was joking, though. He said,
"Oh, of course, everybody."
Oh wait,
knows
I just
what
the chat
Fortnite
skipped.
is.
Hold on, I just skipped. Oh, it skipped. Hold on, hold on 1 second. Oh yeah, stop. Who's calling me from Arizona? No, that's voicemail. Vermont's. I did know that because Vermont's from like near my area, like where I grew up. I know that. Sorry, I don't hope I'm not like doxing anything. I don't know what town he's from. But, okay. He's not active, but got credits. Emo, I haven't crocheted in a long time either. Found some of my yarn the other day when I was cleaning my room. Might get back into it. I love it. And I don't know how to knit, which is really weird. I only know how to crochet.
I can't crochet at all. Been trying forever, like my entire life. I can knit slowly.
You can knit?
But well, I can knit, but I cannot crochet. Nor could my nan. She was a fantastic knitter and could never crochet. And everybody always says, oh, but it's easy. I'll teach you how to do it. Trust me, you can try and teach me until you are blue in the face. I cannot do it.
I had a lot of time when I learned because I learned like back in. I mean, everyone knows my story that I am a recovering alcoholic. So, but back in my early 30s when I was in like sober living houses, like I went to stay after I quit drinking. I was taught there, and you have a lot of time on your hands when you're all of a sudden sober. So like I would just sit there and take up time. Okay. Over Mike says I was always jealous of people that could paint Warhammer figures. What patience? Yeah, right. Yes, and I think it's fascinating to watch. John says, "Shut up, Courtney, and talk." LOL. Jenny says, "Just chill. You good?" Vermont. That was Vermont, and then Vermont says, "Richie Dupe, been a while. Finally taking my break off the internet. You good?" Vermont says, "Jersey. My name's a lie." Yeah, I know. I remember that. You're from Jersey. You're from the dirty Jersey. Which basically, people from Philly like to make fun of Jersey, but it's pretty much the same place because it's right across the bridge. Dupe says it's good to take a break sometimes, Vermont. It's all good. Hope you are. I'm all good. Hope you are too. Oh, John says attacked unprovoked. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, John. I need more people like you around me all the time to just finish, like, because I lose my words a lot. And then this comment makes me laugh because I am asked this all the time. John says, "Are you Italian, Courtney?" Italians are known for socializing and talking. As I'm talking with my hands, by the way, and no one can see me. I'm the most like non-Italian, but I was raised by Italians. So I'm an honorary Italian. And it is funny how many people ask me that because I definitely have, like, I have the South Philly Italian. It's just crazy. I worked at one of my second jobs. I bartended and waitressed at this like pizza place in the last town I was at. And the owner straight up said, "You've got to be Italian. You're Italian, right?" And I was like, "No, I'm Irish and Scottish and all the European, like the people that can't tan." Like, I can't get a tan. But my stepdad, who raised us, basically was Italian and very traditional South Philly Italian family. So I
have Mediterranean skin tone. I have olive skin.
You are so lucky. You are so lucky.
That. I get that from my dad. I mean, he's not. He's we're all very. Actually, I had a DNA test done, and I'm less English than I am Scandinavian, but I'm full Celt, really.
That's funny. I got that done too, and I never knew like I was Scottish, and I always thought I was like more. I thought I was like almost 100% Irish, but I was like Irish Scottish are like half of it, and then the rest is like whatever they call it, with the Western Europe, and
Yeah.
they put them into the groups, like the Switzerland something stuff. And then I have 1% Cyprus. And I'm like, why can't I get a tan then? I was hoping that somewhere in my DNA I was going to find like some ethnicity that would like give me hopes of ever tanning, because I'm white and pink. Those are my colors.
I don't burn. I don't
You're so
burn.
lucky. You are so lucky.
I look at the sun and I go brown. But I'm
Oh,
not
yeah,
going to complain.
my
I like it.
ex-husband.
I'm definitely not going to complain about it.
That's my ex-husband 100%. And this was a total joke, but my one aunt is like hilarious. She is not this is her humor. She is not racist in any way. She actually owns a school in Tanzania. Like, she built a school. But she made a comment. There was a picture of me when we were engaged and we were in Mexico, and my ex-husband was so dark looking next to me. It looks like dark and like white. And she posted underneath it on Facebook, "It's okay if you marry a black person. We need more diversity in the family." She put that on Facebook, and my ex was like, "What did she?" It's hilarious if you knew my aunt. Like, my aunt she was like a top lawyer in New York City. She went to Juilliard also. Like, she's like the smartest, most intelligent person, has this huge, beautiful house in Connecticut. Like, she's like but she's so funny. Her humor is just like, she surprises people. Okay. So there we go. So are you Italian? Okay, known for socializing and talking. Yeah. My mom has no Italian in her either, but she's also my mom was social. My mom I'm turning into my mother, basically. My mom used to embarrass me. Like, you were saying your mom's all proper and stuff. My mom was always just like wanting to be fun. And I appreciate that now about her. But as a kid, I was humiliated and mortified at the time.
Yeah.
My friends like loved my mom, and I'd be like, she's so weird, like.
No, you see, everyone gets on. My mum does like to have a laugh, so she can be laughing and joking, but it's got to be proper, and she can laugh at her own, expense as well. But
that's important.
Yeah,
that's really important to be able
I
to
mean,
laugh at yourself.
I don't know what it's like anywhere else, but in England, my mum's family are very, very sort of well-to-do middle class. Yeah, we're not rich people, but whereas
Upper
my
middle
dad's
class, they would
family,
call that.
my dad's family are council house people, so definitely the working class, lower end of the scale. So there's quite a difference when I'd go and visit my dad's family, who can be quite crass, to my mum's family, who are not. So, and I have a little bit of both.
Nobody's proper, and like everyone's just funny, I think. Like, because I've got.
Do you know Felicity Kendall? She's a British actress. She used to do.
Was she the show Felicity, or was she on? No, maybe not.
I don't know, but she always reminds me of my mum. She could be down to earth and funny, but just so ladylike. Just, yeah.
Do you know who everyone called? Like, literally, people called my mom when we were growing up, was Peggy Bundy. My mom was a lot smarter, but my mother was. I still think she's beautiful, but my mom's got dementia now, and she's old, and she's different, and she's not the same when people get dementia. But she is a redhead, and she's not like a ginger. Like, she grew up with one of the auburn, like the bright auburn hair, like the hair color I my hair to be like, you know what I mean? She actually had that hair color, and she was a model, and she was a model in New York. She's done so many interesting things. She was like Alvin Ailey dance school, like all this stuff. And here, I'm going to change my avatar right now really quickly just to honor her, because it was Mother's Day yesterday, because this is the coolest picture in the world of her that I have. Actually, there's way cooler ones, but I just like this one. But she was like the most beautiful woman like in the area. Like, I always say to her, like, why did you ever marry my stepdad? Like, because she could have had anyone, Everyone was like about her. But she was adopted, and she came from like a very proper Quaker family, and she was the bad girl. So, but yeah, Peggy Bundy. And when I say that, she never cooked though. That's the thing. And Peggy didn't either. But my mom, if she did boil water, she'd have the cigarette. And she had the big red hair because it was the 80s. And she always wore stilettos. But she would wear her like little business suits because she did real estate. I don't know. People were always like, your mom's so pretty. And she could be, it's funny. You could tell like she was a chameleon. She could act very classy with but behind the scenes, she was just hilarious. She still is. She's still there somewhat, but she would walk into a store, and this is exactly like me now. If there was a song on that she liked, she'd just start singing and like dancing to the song. And I do that now, but I used to be mortified as a kid. Mortified. But that's her. Yeah. That's my mom with her red hair on her red motorcycle with her red pants back in the day. Wow. It's like the coolest picture. It all matches. I love it. Anyway, okay, going down. I keep talking too much. Okay, so now they're going on to let's see. Hold on. Sorry. I read something below, but I'll get to that because I don't want to say it.
Oh gosh, I see that.
It's funny, you know what I mean? Okay. So, okay, the Italian. Oh yeah. No, John says no. You both have a nice voice. That was nice. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Emo says I'm an Italian that doesn't socialize much, but can get very heated and passionate about what I'm talking about. Yeah, that is definitely Italians are known for their tempers, and Irish are also known for their tempers. And my half siblings are Irish and Italian, and my sister is mean sometimes. Though the Italian in me is likely diluted by the Irish and German. You're like, okay, so Emo, that's like my half sister and my half brother. That's like their heritage pretty much. Vermont says no worries. I don't remember why. Sorry, Vermont. Emo, I remember being taught to knit in high school, but I have long since lost it. I mostly remember knitting being more complicated than crochet, in my opinion. I think it would, yeah, because it's the two things. I've just never been taught though. Okay. John says, yep, Emo looks like Nicole Shanahan and sounds like Hannah Barron. That is Laura. I don't even know who either of those people are. Is that ridiculous? I have no idea.
Me neither.
Oh my God. I'm so out of the loop. I watch like old movies. I don't know many new celebrities. I just found out who Sydney Sweeney was because my ex-husband was like, that's my new crush. And I was like, who is this person? She's really pretty. Vermont said, I thought I was half Polish Russian, but turns out I'm 100% Naples. Oh, that's so interesting. Wow. See, I had no clue, and I still have no clue somewhat. Because my mom was adopted. We found out about her mother's side. I don't know who my biological grandfather was. I just know his name. But that DNA stuff, it's not perfectly accurate because through the years, as more people do those studies, they can like get more.
Yeah.
But I think that's pretty much a good thing. But I have three dads basically. The dad on my birth certificate, my stepfather, and then my biological father. So it's very confusing. But I was raised by the Italians. And then she said, eggplants are nice. Eggplants. I don't know if that is in regards to something like the emoji or if it's in regard to Italian food because I love eggplant farm.
Don't know.
And then Vermont says Juilliard's sick. Yes, she's really. She was the aunt that my mom was adopted with her one sister, but there was another sister. She was the aunt that we didn't meet till later. Like she found them because they were all adopted. And when I met her, I was like, I related with her the most because of her like twisted sense of humor and just like, I don't know. But yeah, she went to Juilliard. Juilliard's amazing. John says, I don't trust those DNA tests. Everyone is somehow some percentage Ashkenazi Jew. Just happens to be the most flattering with the most intelligent. Mine didn't come up that way, but
no, I didn't get that one either.
But it's true. But Vermont says it's true, John. We're all mixed as far as I can see. It's because nobody has been purely. I mean, I don't think has anybody throughout time. I don't think there's any 100% pure. Like, there's no way, you know.
Right.
Sorry for typos, Vermont. Have you ever seen me type? Don't worry about it. I just let it go half the time and let people figure it out.
My brain is going dead now with this game, so I'm going to.
Are we ending it?
I don't think so. I'm having too much fun.
I'm almost caught up on the chat. So I was like, I'm almost caught up with your peeps.
I was going to do some. No, see, my brain has got. Yeah, it's gone completely. I was going to do some music festival, but no, that's not going to happen. So I think
that was fun yesterday. I like that music.
I could do one, but I think we're having too much fun in the chat.
Yeah, let's stay with the chat for a little because I have to go in 10 minutes. I have to go at 2.
Oh, okay.
So,
I'll come out
so now,
10
can
minutes.
You see the chat now too?
I will be in just a minute.
Longer. Everybody loves
things I've won. I don't know why.
Yay!
Well, I don't know why my dog's barking at me.
Now I'm looking close up at your Lego thing, not at the chat, and it's so cute. The Lego figures just like crack me up because they're like stocky and like they just look so funny.
Look at all these.
What's the one with the little purple hair?
Which one?
Oh, you know what? Ryzen sent me a picture of one of these, and he said, "This is you" or something.
It might be this one.
I swear it's from. It might have been that one. It might have been there's like a redhead one. Maybe I don't know, but he was like, "This is Lego you" or something, and I was cracking up. I was like, "Where is that from?" It was from this game. I think it was the purple one.
I think it might have been that one.
It's so funny. Yeah, he just said it randomly to me in Discord. That's so funny. Okay, I'm gonna just catch up. I'm almost there with our catching up.
I'm going to join you back in chat.
John says Vermont cheddar. I'm certain there are a lot, but not everyone. LOL, DNA tests are just entertainment, in my opinion, for now. You know, at first I took it as John. I took it as so like I was like, oh my god, this is exactly it. But then I found out that they do, you know, they need more people's data and stuff and whatnot. Because mine has definitely changed. Like it's not more specific. Vermont says spaghetti and meatballs. The family that I grew up with was so Italian that they called it macaroni and gravy. That's like South Philly Italian for you. Macaroni and gravy. And broccoli rabe was like a huge thing. I didn't like it at first, but now I love it. Emo says, well, you can read the chat now. I feel bad.
I can. I can, I guess. I don't know why my screen looks really a weird shape though.
Where is it? Let me see. I'm looking on the
I'm
YouTube side. I love your picture. Your is that an AI thing or did someone draw that?
It's an AI, and I have to make it perfectly clear. Okay, you type in Ice Queen, black hair. This is what you get. Okay, it does not look like me. It is not supposed
it does look like you a little.
Look like me.
Looks a little like you.
But apparently there are certain individuals that are very offended by the fact that I have an icon that doesn't look like me. I'm sorry.
I think it does look like you, though.
I wasn't pretending to be that. Otherwise, I would never have been on camera and done so. Anyway, sorry. It's just my little dig because they seem to think they have a gotcha. Like, you know, she doesn't look like her avatar. Well, duh.
Oh. They can, you know what? They can go kick rocks. That's what I say. I have.
It's pathetic and it's childish, but you know, it is what it is. Now, where are we?
I have 2 that I made. I just want to show you this one because this one actually looks. This looks like me in my like 20s. Did it show up yet? Let me see. This is like me playing bass in my 2 looks like me. Like the hair was just like that. It's really, really funny. And then the other one that I did recently was for my like freestyle rapping because I was rapping with I think TJ one day or something. And I actually wear Adidas tracksuits. So that's the most. But the thing is, they make you look so much younger. You know what I mean? Like no matter what, you look younger.
Oh, you look gorgeous there.
I'm on the okay. Yeah, Cranberry's here. Hey.
Yeah, I just said. I don't know where we are in the chat. I'm just coming in, and you've missed the Lego Fortnite. I've just come out of it, Cranberry. Now we're just. Can you ego on my Lego? Have we done that one? I don't know
I'm
who
putting
this
funny
person
stuff
is.
on now. This cracks me up. Hi, Innovate.
I don't know
This
where.
it says not loving it, the Ronald McDonald thing. I just think that's really funny. That's like a meme thing. But I thought it was like the funniest thing in the world. Not loving it, the clown. Because he was creepy.
Yeah.
You can take me off full screen. I feel so weird. Like this is your thing.
Oh.
I'm like,
Okay.
oh wait, here, we'll show my mom real quick just while we're doing
Oh,
it then.
hang on. There we go.
That's the picture of my mom that I was saying I love. Because look
You
at all
look,
the,
you
that
look
was her
just like
natural hair
her.
color. Everyone always says that, and I'm like, I am not nearly as pretty as my mother. She is gorgeous. She's
You look
gorgeous.
just like her.
But that was her natural hair color. Like, I dye my hair. Well, I was a blonde and then strawberry blonde. I have the redhead gene, but anyway, yeah, you can take her down. I feel bad. Let's see your avatar because it's cool. And you talk to your chat, and I'll talk to you. I'm going to shut up a little. It's beautiful.
It's just an AI. It really isn't.
It looks like you, though. It does resemble you.
Anything with long dark hair does, I feel like. If you put long dark hair in it,
because your hair is like something else. It's beautiful. I was just telling you that yesterday. I was like, I'm so jealous of your hair.
I was just washed and unbrushed as well. It can look nice.
I feel like people with long, thick hair, it always looks good. I don't know. I have to do so much to make my hair do anything because it's like, I don't know.
Okay, have we done this one? I only know I'm likely the most Italian person in my immediate family because my biological dad's mum was, I believe, half Italian, making me probably at least an 8th. We done this one?
Italians represent, and I'm not even Italian. I'm just honorary. I always say honorary Italian.
What's that? What's this? I want to know. Very much so. Plus, I suspect someone is making a database. Oh, is that about the DNA tests?
Oh, yeah. I could see that.
Mostly German and Irish on Emo Trash's side. See,
that's
my mum's side of the family is Welsh. So I say that
nice.
they're the true islanders. Never mind these. I mean, what is an English person? Let's be realistic. It's a bit of everything. It's a bit of Roman, Saxon, Viking. Whereas the Welsh,
my aunt
are the
always
Welsh.
says we've got Viking. That's really interesting. There's a little town outside of Philly. It's pretty much it's two train stops in. You know what I mean? But where my sister lives, and it's its own they call it like its own. Oh, I can't think of the word, but it's like its own province or its own like community or something. Like, but they're it's like there's something from Wales. It's like really, what do they call that? They're not incorporated with like the rest of the city or whatever, but it's like initially started as a Welsh thing. I just thought that was interesting. That's where my sister's living now. I'm going to figure out what it's called because that word's going to bother me. Keep going.
I mean, as a quarter Welsh person, it's which I just see myself as more Welsh than anything, but it's really annoying when everyone thinks of the Irish and they're Irish, and everyone thinks of the Scottish and they're Scottish, and everyone thinks of the Welsh and they're just part of England. No, we're not.
It's
we're Welsh.
A borough,
we actually have our own language that is used daily on a day-to-day basis, not just some historical language that we know some words of. The Welsh actually speak full-on Welsh as their first language. Do not say the Welsh are just English.
What's the difference? Like, what's the language? Like, just an example of like.
Oh, I couldn't. No. Just look up the Welsh language. There's no way you can pronounce that if you're not Welsh. To me, it has a very German sound. But because there's a lot of the yeah, it's very.
I would have never known that. I always thought it was just like
look up any words in Welsh. Trust me, they use 50 more letters than you need to, and they're obscure.
Oh, wow. Hold on, I'm looking
Yeah,
up,
no, it's a very, very different language. It's nothing like English. It is a very different language. Oh, Cranberry has been out for lunch. Did I just read that? Really? I thought Welsh were considered Welsh. They are. I don't know. People just seem to forget that the Welsh are not part of England. Well, considering like Scottish people are part of Britain as well, they seem to get a completely different, outlook on them. Welsh. Yes. Oh, Courtney, are you still there? Have I lost you?
I'm still here. I'm sorry. I started reading. I started reading something because I was trying to I was just trying to think of what it was called. The town, like where my sister lives, because it's like it's something. It was something of Wales, what they used to say, but it's a borough. I remember I was trying to say it's a something. It's like the borough of. I'm not going to say the town, but I'm just looking. I just opened up the thing. It's just history, and I was like, whoa. Sorry, they actually have. For this town, it's
This
like
is just
so
the
historical.
town my parents used to live in. I mean, this isn't even a particularly bad one.
Let me see. They have, for this town that my sister lives in, they have every current property, when it was built, when it was demolished, who lived there. They have like the whole history. That is so interesting.
Am I correct in guessing what's this? That Welsh is from Wales.
Wales, yeah, that's
Wales, but not Wales. Yes,
it's WALS, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
And Thames equals Thames. Thames.
Oh, I say Thames.
Thames.
It's so funny. I've learned how to say like certain words, like because I know so many people like in as I would say Australia, but it's like I've heard Australia. It's like one of
Australia.
or and I like Melbourne, and my stepmom is Australian, but she's just she's been in the States since she was 15, so she's she's basically grown up here, but she's got family over there. But yeah, Australia, Melbourne, like all these different things. I'm like, it's Melbourne in Australia.
It's like Leicester Square. It looks like Leicester Square.
Yeah. Yes, and it's like Worcester, Massachusetts. It looks like Worcester.
Like, yeah, Worcester.
Like, and I think the sauce in England they say Worcester. Wait, Worcester? Do they say that?
What's this? What did
like
John say?
You know, talking about.
Stop reading current chat, missing lots of gems in past.
I know. I was at the past.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
I laughed at something at some point. I can't remember.
You need to take back over on the chat because I came in like halfway through, and now I'm lost, and I'm just.
I don't think we're gonna see. Okay, I'll get a couple of them. I just can't highlight them. But I'm gonna look right here. So it's before here.
Once we get to the end, can you all stop typing now, though, please? Because once we get to the end of the chat, I'm going to end.
I'll catch up. I can talk. Okay, I can talk fast. Okay, so we stopped at. I only know I'm like the most Italian. Oh wait. Okay, hold on. Plus, I suspect someone's making a date. We saw this on my mom's side. Wait, is it back before? Hold on. No, I don't think we missed that much, did we? Oh, okay. So Vermont Cheddar says, I'm not Eddie Bravo. I'm not Eddie Bravo. No. I'm not Eddie Bravo. He says, reminds me of my grandpa that would make Campbell's soup and a piece of chicken and call himself a chef. Yeah, don't look at me, LOL. I'm too Italian. Are you Harry, Vermont? I'm just kidding. That was so inappropriate. Richie said, hey, doggo.
Oh, we're right back up there. Okay.
Officially, she is Hatsune Miku. OFC, she is Hatsune Miku. OFC, she is Hatsune Miku. Miku.
Where is that one?
Oh, John said, catch up if you mustard. LOL. ketchup if you mustard.
Why can I
That was
not
funny.
find these things?
I'm on the YouTube side. I'm just reading from the YouTube side, the live chat. And then John says, Emo, what is that? Emo says, anime character. You'd probably know her if you saw her, but she's everywhere. Miku, Miku.
Miku,
I know Miku.
Hang on, I can sing Miku. Miku,
Go.
Miku, you can call me Miku, Miku. Oh, no, I do know the words. Oh, gosh. Hiding in your... blue hair, blue tie, hiding in your Wi-Fi. No, do you know, I did know the words. God damn it. When did I forget those?
Oh, oh my God. Do you hate when that happens? Or
I'm thinking
just like,
Miku, blue hair, blue tie, hiding in your Wi-Fi. Yeah, sorry, I can't remember it
so
now.
you have a pretty voice when you sing. That song always gets stuck in my head. Always. Oh, and then so we're up to innovate. Can you Ego on my Lego?
Okay, now I saw that one. Okay, now we can.
There's in betweens, I think, that you're missing because they don't always show up on StreamYard, and that drives me crazy. Because I used to read every chat, you know what I mean, and then like people would be like, "You missed mine." Oh, I just got blah blah blah. Sorry. I'm gonna send this. You can talk for a moment. I'm gonna send this.
Oh, okay. So, evening cranberry, says Emo. I'm trying to get to some. What's that? I especially don't look like my avatar. My avatar looks better. Okay. You got your icon at Sears. Sorry, you're a bit behind. Not as behind as I am, clearly. It's me. Yo, John. Oh, Cranberry Lounge is saying hello to everybody. Oh, Fortnite
Cranberry. I love that Cranberry's been streaming. It makes me
Did
happy.
you know that I was streaming on Cranberry's panel yesterday?
I could. Which one? I didn't see. It's weird for us because the days. Because I'm like a night person. You're 6 hours ahead, which we shouldn't be on separate days.
Straight after
but
my stream, immediately after my stream ended, I went on to Cranberry's.
Oh.
Does the Legoing work out on Fortnite? It does. It's more of a what's the word? It's not like a fighting game where you have to kill everybody to win. It's a building game where you survival game. That's what it is. Right, then we went on to the Welsh things. I know I did some of these. Araf equals slow. Only that because it's written on the road. Yeah, see, that is true. I know good night, which is no star, which sounds like no stars, but apparently
is that Welsh?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, how did I not know that? I have to. That's what I'm supposed to be looking up is the Welsh language.
I had to try and learn it once, but no.
I mean, some people would say that Philly has their own language, or like Delaware County, which is a part. It's right outside of Philly. Delco has their own language, but that's just because we talk funny.
Even trash. I went back and forth in my head for a while because I couldn't be bothered to look it up. Worcester. Oh, brown sauce. Okay. Yeah. Daddy's brown sauce is best. I don't like brown sauce actually.
Oh, is that what you call it? It's what isn't it Worcestershire sauce the way they say it though, but it's spelled the same as like Worcester, Mass. Like Massachusetts, Worcester.
Worcestershire.
It's spelled like Worcester. Worcestershire.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Worcestershire. Yeah. That's what they say. I don't know why I got that confused. I remember because the person I should have married. I told you had dual citizenship, so his mom was English. I cannot stand Vegemite. Do you like Vegemite?
No, we have Marmite.
Okay, a Marmite. That's what it is. Marmite.
Yeah, I like Marmite.
Marmite, but Marmite's more like molassesy, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Vegemite's like. I thought they were the same thing, but I like Marmite, but you have to remember tiny amount of it. If you're gonna put loads of it on, nobody could eat that. It has to be the thinnest spread.
Both of them like no, and I thought I was open to like anything. like I thought I had like I was never a picky eater growing up. I'm picky now, but like that's just because of like medications and stuff. You know, they change your taste and stuff. But Marmite, Vegemite. I also you know what I loved from there? Black currant rolls.
Glorious
They have like black currant
bastards.
everything there. Hey. You know who that is. I'll tell you later. But that's my buddy.
Welsh is made up language like French. Could be.
Glorious bastard. He's funny. A handsome fella there. I'm looking at the Welsh thing. It says here, Welsh language examples or how to pronounce the Welsh, basic Welsh phrases for beginners.
I'm not reading that out.
I saw that.
Rude.
It's okay.
That's so
no,
rude.
he's okay. He's okay. We joke.
I'm joking around.
He's okay.
Cranberry lunch is a tiny amount with butter. Oh yes, got to have the butter. But we have butter on everything anyway. So
I was just gonna say that's another weird thing you guys do.
I put butter on peanut butter and toast. Yeah,
it's so
just
okay.
Got it.
Cheese sandwich. I was standing in line to go see the Tower of London, or is it the London Dungeon? Whatever that thing is with the ride, you know, inside the London Dungeon, I think it was. I was standing in this long line. I was starving because we had been drinking, and there was this little, like, just corner store, and I went in to go get food, and all they had was like cheese sandwiches and some weird meat, and I was like, cheese and bread, I'll be fine. Most of that was butter. I thought it was cheese, and it was like one slice of cheese, and like the butter part was the part that I thought was cheese. I took a bite of it, and I was like,
oh no! I have to say, I do like real butter, and I do like it spread thick. Ooh, I can't how do you get frogs from French? Well, the French are frogs. They eat frogs' legs. Froggy French. The frogs. They just are. I don't know. Just what it is.
Here are 30 useful Welsh phrases in Welsh for beginners. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be late, but that's okay. It says, whoa, good morning is Borda. Did we just say that?
Borda.
Or Panonda.
I don't know that one. I do know Borda.
That's good afternoon. Wait, pronounce though. Punanda. It says Puna. Sorry, I just almost laughed. Sorry, let's I'm just not. I'm going on. Thank you very much. Is Diolch? Wait, hold on. Oh, Diolch. Yeah,
I do that.
That's kind of like French, like parler, like when you do your like path.
I do find it it's a very guttural language.
Yin for YN. That's not even a word.
I told you they just put letters together.
Unvanor. How is that? Okay, YN space FAWR. That would be yin far or for, like roar. And they say it's unvaor. That doesn't even match up with the letters.
I warned you. Do not go down that rabbit hole, Courtney. Just don't. Just trust me on it.
And then phi. Okay, so it looks like phi, FY, and then ENW is a word, N, and then I, and then YW. So that's my name is, but it's pronounced the Inu E IW. How do you pronounce IW? I
don't know. Because double L is like th. No, what's that? Double L is fla. Double D is th.
It's so weird. Double D. You're right. Oh, this is not even a word. I'm putting this in the chat so people can see what I'm talking about.
Right, here we go. Glorious Bastard says you've been in many dungeons and they've all asked you to leave.
That is, you never asked me to leave your dungeon. Just shut up. I'm just kidding.
Get all the gossip on that show.
So you guys tell me, like just look at this phrase, okay? These are not words. I just put it in the chat, okay? This is how that's pronounced. Okay. Os gui gueluch un tha. Oh, os gueluch un tha. Gueluch un tha. That's no. It
What
says
does that
os
mean?
guelch. It says os guelch yin da. That's how I say it.
But
Please. That's
what
all
does
that
it
means.
mean?
Please.
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 Told you 56 more letters than you need, and none of them make any sense.
Oh my god, can you imagine having, because I say please a lot. Would you imagine like, oh my god, if I had to say os gueluch un tha. Os gueluch un tha. That's so awkward. Oh my gosh.
I've got to say this. It's not quite snails. I had snails when I went to France, and I got food poisoning that ruined the whole week. But you were just saying garlic snails, which reminded me. I went on this date once with somebody, and he like took me. This sounds rude. No, I was going to his house for a meal that he wanted to prepare. Okay, it was nothing more than just the meal. I want to get that straight before we even go down this path. And he was like, I'm going to make you my favorite meal ever. Right. At the time, I didn't like garlic. Okay, I can tolerate it now. And I hate mushrooms. And this meal he made me was garlic mushrooms. And I mean, I'm polite and I shouldn't be. Sometimes I should just say, oh, I'm really sorry. I don't like that. But no. Oh my God. I was throwing up everywhere. Could not wait to go home. It was horrible. Horrible.
Oh no, you ate them. I see. I would have been like, I just can't. I'm sorry.
I know most people would be like that, but I can't. I have this thing like, I just can't. I couldn't hurt his feelings like that, and it was just like, I'm just gonna have to eat this. And I should have just said, I don't.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
you should have said you have an allergy. You're allergic to mushrooms. My ex-husband hated onions, and he would tell restaurants he's allergic to onion. Then they won't put onion near anything. So the thing I just put in the chat, you see the newest one? That seems the most like relevant to me because it reminds me of like Philly talk because it means how are you? But to me, it reminds me of like sup with ya. What
does it mean?
How are you? But you say it. See. Sit u it e. Sit u it e. Sit u it e. Sit u it e. Like, but I don't know what you put the inflection on. See, that's where I'm confused. You know, like when you're speaking, like I took French, so like you're always going upwards, you know, like in French. Like so, and then it says if you're using formal Welsh, you would instead ask sut dachi, which is sit dachi. Sit dachi. How are you? Sit dachi. Yo, Katie, sit dachi.
Sit where?
Sit to it.
Sit where? Yeah, where do you want me to sit? Halo.
Oh my God.
Halo Swoosh says that's gibberish, not Welsh. It's both, I think. I'm going to say it's both.
Oh, these are not words, except for the first one, which is a word, but it's not pronounced this way. I'm sorry if I'm boring people, but these are just making me laugh.
I told you not to go down the rabbit hole, Courtney. I warned you.
The first word I just put in there, that's faint. Okay, that's a freaking English word, faint, right? Those other two are not words. YDY. There's a really good punk band from Philly called YDI, by the way. They're YDI is how they pronounce it. But that's what that reminds me of. But YDY and HYN. Faint. Yiddy hein is what I would say. Let's see how they say it. Vaint adihin.
I'm behind two Vermont cheddar. Oh, faint yiddy hin. Faint yiddy hin.
Vaint adihin, they're saying. Vaint adihin. What? Oh, or it says, or you could say, oh, I can't even pronounce. No.
All right, I'm going to catch up with the chat here.
Yeah,
John says, Courtney, how could you say that? Glorious Bastard says Welsh is Gaelic on steroids. I believe so. Halo Swoosh says, hi, John. And John says, you. And Vermont Cheddar says, I love when real chefs use real butter and it's actually yellow, not white. Yeah. But the higher the fat content, it's whiter, isn't it? The ones with the high, because when I'm making icing, I have to use the more white one because it's got a higher fat content, which actually makes the butter icing really, really good.
Is that
I'm
more like
just
cream
saying that.
based or like a what do they call that? Like, do they use
Little bird is
higher
being
cream instead of like milk?
Oh, hang on. Vermont Cheddar says more fat, higher temps, less browning. There we go. You see, Vermont Cheddar knows what I'm talking about, even if I don't.
Oh.
Upspeak goes with uppity French. I don't know what. I'm so far behind. And then you've got your faint. Personally, if I cooked it enough, I'd use Wagyu fat or avocado oil. I don't know what Wagyu fat is.
It's like isn't that a type of like a steak? Like
Oh,
it's like a
maybe.
really nice meat, really nice beef, I think. I
Oh,
think.
oh, yeah. Do you know what? I actually like to use if I do a lamb joint, I do like to save the lamb fat and then cook the next couple of days with
Lard.
that. Mm.
Isn't that what that becomes? Lard or whatever?
Yeah, yeah. I go
Yeah.
to a French place that serves mussels and garlic fries. Excellent. My ex used to call mussels alien vaginas because that's where they. Yeah,
I love mussels though.
I know.
Mussels are delicious.
I do not do seafood. I don't do shellfish. No. And I agree with
I
her.
grew up on that.
Ugh,
I grew up on
no.
that. They do look like that
My
though. Now
dad used to eat jellied eels.
oh
No.
goodness, cooked eel is good, but jellied eel. Ugh.
I don't
Ew.
know. It's likely past 10 minutes as well.
I
Yes.
know. I already gave up on going to the place I was going to go. I just
Oh, Courtney,
figured
I'm
I'm going to
sorry.
leave
Listen,
it.
Courtney.
It
Yeah,
wasn't important. It wasn't
I'm
important.
sorry.
I'm going to just go at 2:30 instead. It's not a big deal. I have 8
There's no
minutes.
Courtney
I'm
anymore.
keeping
There's
track
only
now.
Alice in the rabbit hole.
Oh, that's my life. You have no
If I
idea.
cook steak, I clarify my butter at least, but I got to be careful before it burns.
It's hard to clarify butter.
It is, especially when you're
I'm
me and get distracted so quickly. Cracking me up with this Welsh lingo. Imagine someone randomly coming in and hearing that. I know, right? I know. I mean, I know that the Welsh have no liking for the English. I can't imagine what they'd be calling me for trying to say some of these words. Racist butter is just everywhere today.
That's what I was laughing at earlier. I was laughing at earlier when you were there. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. John says Wagyu is beef. It would be the tallow from Wagyu. Okay, I don't
I
even
just
know
know
if
it's a
that's
really
serious or
nice
not.
meat.
Now you're all wagyuing
No.
at me, and I don't know what it means. Wagyu is a
It's
really
really
high
high
quality
quality.
beef from
Yeah.
Japan.
It's really
Okay,
it's
rendered
supposed to be
beef
like the
fat.
best.
What is clarifying butter?
Oh, it's like all the milk solids are removed from
literally,
it or
there you go.
something.
I wouldn't have put it so eloquently. I would have just said heating it up until it yeah.
I just know you take like the solid, which is the milk part.
Yeah. Ankle Bitter is currently very interested in Little Bird. Oh, Ankle Biter. Sorry. Ankle Biter.
I was going to say, what is
Ankle Biter is currently very interested. I have been streaming for 2 hours and 24 minutes. I always cut off at 1 hour because my brain goes to jelly. And here we are, an hour and 24 minutes after that. I'm surprised I'm even coherent in the slightest. Right. Ankle Biter is currently very interested in Little Bird, and Little Bird won't stay in one place. I'm guessing that's your pets. Heating it up to the milk solid splits. There we go. Then strain. Okay. Cranberry Langers says, because they make the cows drink beer.
That's why the beef is so.
Halo Swoosh says, swear to God, didn't know what I was hearing when I joined. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm tired.
So
It's
melted,
better.
says John. Oh
I'm
gosh.
just so melted.
Here we go. When I meet my
It's
boss,
funny.
we call it dentist time. We meet at 2:30. 2:30 every day.
2:30. It's so silly.
Oh gosh.
I don't have the dentist today, but I'm always late for the dentist. I'm always late for everything.
It
It's
becomes
not an
pure
appointment.
fat, no more milk.
This next one makes me laugh. Can I read this one? Because I can read it
Yes,
correct.
yes.
He says not racist. Stop it. That's so like Philly and like the
Not race. I can't do it. I can't even do an American accent. Never mind.
Stop.
They have American Wagyu, but it's a lower fat content from. We have Wagamama. That's a Japanese restaurant. Okay, they have
That's probably
American
why it's named that.
Wagyu. Why it's a lower, but it's a lower fat content from. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Right. Start again. They have American Wagyu, but it's a lower fat content form of Wagyu if you consider it real Wagyu. One is a pet, the other is a pest, in my opinion. Hurty. Yeah, that made more sense. Yeah. 2:30. That's dad joke. Come on, you can do better. The Japanese give them all kinds of better treatment, the Japanese cows. Okay. I do not know any of this. I don't even know if it is true. The best behaved animal is the only one that actually belongs to me, which is my cat, and that's upstairs. No animals are well behaved, but they're adorable. It includes different higher quality foods, massages sometimes. What, they massage the cows? I'm confused now. Alcohol sometimes too, I guess, according to what John says. They feed the cows alcohol and massage them, and that's why it's high quality beef. It's just real Obi dad. Yeah. It just. Can you read this one, Courtney, if you're still here?
It's just real Kobe, I think is what he means. Kobe beef? Is that what he means?
I don't know.
Real Kobe beef?
It just
Is that what
real
you're trying
OB
to
and
say?
yes, but Australia and USA make it too, but it's not the same.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm
Kobe.
not sure.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I got it now. It's just real Kobe, but yes. Oh, stop typing. It keeps going. But Australia and USA make it too, but it's not the same. Got it. Only know because I saw a YouTube video of it, says John. They massage the cows. You weren't joking.
I have heard that before. Wagyu, like
then they kill them. They do,
Aww.
otherwise we would not be eating.
That's not what
them,
I'm saying. All to though, but I am all into that now. Also, I was all into 2 down when you get there.
Feed them alcoholic corn. So we're basically eating drunk, happy cows.
Well, hey, that's why they're so good, right?
R.I.P. Kobe.
Yeah, that made me so sad.
And yes, Australia and USA make it too, but it's not the same. I think I got
so. Our rest in peace, Kobe. Also, is Kobe Bryant. He was a basketball player. He was in my graduating class of. He's from my area, and he passed away way too young. But he went to he got drafted to the Lakers right out of high school, and he brought Brandy to the prom. Remember Brandy, the singer? Anyone?
Oh yes, I do remember.
I think she was Moesha. Was she Moesha? I think she was Moesha. Yeah, he brought her to the prom.
I just remember the singer Brandy.
And it was the craziest ever, because I did diving a little bit in high school, and the swimming pool was right. We used to have to go to, there's 2 schools, 2 public schools, so we would share, like, whatever. They had the pool. I would go there to do diving, and it was right next to the basketball court. Like the wall divided it, and it was so insane. They had like news reporters all the time. I mean, it was absolute insanity for this kid. But yeah, he was drafted right out of high school, which was like,
well,
he was a nice guy.
This next comment
They
from
said a lot about him.
You're in control of this, well, not in control. You know, this is your friend. You can read out the comments.
I massaged a very few
It's your
strong happy cows.
responsibility.
I'm not a cow. Hey, I ain't a cow. Everybody else
To be fair, I'd rather be called a cow than a chick, though. Oh my god, I hate it when people call girls that.
Oh, I like chick, broad, bird. I like them all. I think it's
no. That you know, if you really want to upset me, just there you go, everybody. If you really want to upset me, call me a chick. Okay. Right, I believe
I have to make a note of that for you because I'll be like, we're chicks, us chicks. Like, I don't even know that, so now I'm gonna have to be. Yeah, thank you. You kept me on time.
We have reached the end of the chat and the end of the show, guys. What does chick remind you of, Katie? It reminds me of little fluffy birds.
They're cute.
Babes. I see. I love that. I love being called babes.
I do too.
Babes.
Babe. I do like
Babe, that. Gorgeous, my love. Chick, bird. It's me missus. It's me bird, innit? Oh, God. So, bye if you actually go before I get back. Well, dames, nah, that makes me sound really, I mean, I know I'm old, but that makes me feel really old. No.
Ma'am makes me feel old. When people say ma'am,
that's not one that really gets used here. So if somebody was to call me ma'am, I think it would probably be kind of cute. I don't know. Oh
gosh. Makes me old.
Yes.
But I will be old on Thursday, everybody.
Yes.
It
is Courtney's birthday on Thursday. So we have got to encourage Courtney to stream.
I might stream.
Yeah. If you don't,
I might.
We're doing one here.
My StreamYards works. So I might as well use it at some point. I will be 47, 3 years away from death in my mind.
Well, that's it. Okay, Courtney's out.
CG says you.
No, Courtney's gone. Saying that 3 years until she's death. Wow.
No. You didn't let me finish my sentence though. Because of CG, they say you hit the wall at 30. So like add 20 to it. That's just me being funny. I thought I was old when I was turning 30. What? Courtney who? He says. You can call Katie. Katie is a lady. I'm more like a broad. I don't even know what's the word that they call me. The word that nobody likes in America, but I embrace that the English say all the time. You know the word I'm talking about, the C word. And
we were talking about that one. Yeah, see, I'd rather be called that than a chick. Seriously, I would.
I don't mind that word. I always tell people, yes, I have one. That's what I say. I have one.
Anyway, thank you everybody for being here, and thank you especially to Courtney for holding the chat's attention while I was just playing video games.
No, I just talk and interrupt. So thank you for letting me do that.
If you want typos,
let me know.
Let me know. It's my superpower. Sorry about that. Yes, I'm behind. Oh, you're all right, very cheddar. And if you want to talk to me about typos, just ask anybody that I message. It's very difficult to decipher what I'm actually saying. So you and me are like, oh, good. Living longer is a good thing, maybe. Maybe not. I'll tell you.
He puts a positive spin on everything. That's why I love him. He's good for me. Like I read his stuff and I'm like, that's what I'm gonna think.
Oh, Emo Trash says we're definitely getting the contrast in British and American women in this show.
You know what? Don't say just American though, because a lot of Americans would be very insulted. Philly might not be considered a proper American at all. Philly is like its whole different entity. I'm a Philly girl.
Yeah, no, that's not a good word in England.
It
Cheddar.
isn't? It's like your
No.
tush. That's what we
No,
call it.
it's the C word.
Oh, that's what you call that? That's your
Mm.
bottom.
No, not in England.
I also found out that my spider was named a bad word.
What's your
My
spider?
spider. Well, it was also my little brother's nickname when he was a kid, and it's a bad word. So we'll just say my little brother. When my little brother was little, they called him Bugger because he bugged everyone. Like he was a
Oh
little.
no.
And the English mom of my ex, she was like, "What?" I was like, "I don't know. I don't even know what that means over there. I forget." But
Well,
yeah,
I'll
that's a
tell
bad
you
word.
when we end.
Okay. And I named
Anyway,
my tarantula. Bye, everyone.
bye. I don't want to be a 2-hour ending the stream. So
They're doing
we
it on
are.
purpose.
I am. We are. Oh my goodness! Right. Goodbye, everybody. I'm not even going. I'm going to just end the stream as well. I am not even going to give you an outro.
Much love.
Take care. Come back again
Peace out,
next
yeah.
time. Peace out.
From the Illy Philly girl.